What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is Agree to Disagree. Survive and advance. That's what we're doing, baby. We're going to talk about it. Giddy up.
Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. Every Sunday, we are brought to you by our doc, Make 'em Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, located in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them right on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, Tom Arnone, that's Greg Mlachvic, Brian Wilson, Nick Delgazzo, everybody out there, welcome in, baby. Survive and advance. That's where we're at right now. Win and keep moving on, baby. All right? Win and keep going. That's it. Doesn't matter how it looks. We're going to talk about how it looks, and we're going to talk about all that. But wins are wins this time of the year, and you just want to survive. And when a defense is good, right, this is the kind of stuff that we expected, right? We expected to have a defense this good because it's been this good all year. We're the only team to hold this team to so many points or that team to so many points, right? We've been doing it all year long. So credit to this defense for showing up in a big way today. And obviously special teams and turnovers, because besides that, the game's even. Right? You take away the 7 points early, it's pretty much an even football game throughout it. Time possessions even. Rush yards, we outrushed them by like 50 because of Jalen, but everything else is pretty down the board, pretty even. So when you look at all that kind of stuff, you say, well, what's the difference? The best defense in football. That's the difference today, and it showed out again. So we're going to break it all down for you. Crumb of the week at the end of the show. Sixers lose to the Magic if anybody gives a rat's ass. Eagles, Packers post game. And just sort of talk about things we need to get going in the right direction moving forward, too. Heading into next week. There's things we got to clean up here. But right into our poll question. The Eagles defense can overcome the loss of Nakobe Dean. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, join the conversation tonight. Tell us how you're feeling. Do you feel good? You should feel good this time of year by getting a win, right? Even if it's not pretty. Today was not pretty by any stretch offensively. But you should be happy with getting wins this time of year because this game could go the other way. Could have went the other way.
Yep.
Okay? You could have came out and really been rusty in terms of throwing 3 picks and turning the football over 4 times or having 20 penalties, right? You could have came out and had one of those. You could have laid an egg, right? They laid an egg offensively, but as a football team, we did not overall lay an egg because that's how good our special teams, right? Even though I still don't know how that's our football, but we'll take it. Unlike the one in Dallas, there's the payback for the one in Dallas a few years back that I'm still thinking about. I still think about that one, right? I still feel like it changed the whole game, circling back. But in terms of Nakobe Dean, listen, everybody knows how I feel about him. I know a lot of people feel good about him. He's been awesome. Everybody talks about Zach Warren and how good he's been, but Nakobe's been just as good. So it's a huge loss. We don't know exactly how long. We don't know much more than it's a knee injury, and it doesn't look good. And I won't expect him to play next week. And I would say you gotta hope for maybe a Super Bowl and then maybe a chance for him to play, but I highly doubt it this year. Doesn't look good, but I'm not a doctor. But can they overcome it? Yes, they can. They can. Now, can they overcome losing both of them? No. If you were out both your linebackers, you're in a lot of trouble. But they're good enough defensively to overcome it. All right. Now, how long? For how long? I don't know. Are they going to hold people to 10 points every week? No, they're not going to. All right. But they're still really good defensively. And I think one big thing where you can feel good about it moving forward, too, is Nolan Smith today. Because he made a statement from the second play of the game or the first play of the game when he had a pulling guard and he laid a blow on him. And we didn't think he would be big enough maybe to play at this level and take on blocks like that. And he delivered that on that one and knocked the guy out of the game, knocked their best offensive lineman out of the game. So he came out physical. So guys like that stepping up, like if Slay was out too, I would have a lot more concern of losing like 2 big-time starters for me, even though Isaiah Rodgers is a good backup. You don't want to lose 2 guys this time of year. So I think they can overcome it. Right? Because they're still really good. but that's a tough loss. It's a tough loss. It really is. That's how elite he's been. That's how elite he's been. And he's a great cover guy too. So I don't love it. I don't love it. But I still think they're good enough. You don't lose one player and go from like the best defense in football to like stinking, right? It's going to be an adjustment. You got to adjust to it. All right. But they have a good enough defensive coordinator to adjust to it too, right? They have good enough players around one guy to be able to adjust to it as well. So when I look at all those things, that's why I say you don't want to lose him and Slay for the postseason. Now you're like, okay, now I got to make up for 2 spots. You don't want to start doing that kind of game. But can you make up for one? Yeah, you can make up for one guy. Just don't start. I don't like that he's the captain and he's calling the plays. I don't like that. That's not ideal this time of year. All right. That is a tough one to overcome, but you can overcome that as well with a week of practice. So, but listen, it is what it is. But they're good enough. So I'll agree they can overcome it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're looking man for man, I disagree, right? But if you're looking as a whole defense, as a collective unit with what Vic Fangio has been able to do with this group, yeah, I'm going to agree, right? You're not, like you said, Tom, you're not the number one defense in all of football just because of one player. Now, he helps, and he's had a monster year, and he's the green dot guy, right? He's calling all the plays, and he's making all the adjustments. He's been a huge piece of this defense. But as a whole collective, I think these guys, it's for the most part, very veteran group, especially on the back half, right? When you talk about the guys behind him, Slay, CJ, Reed, even though he's still young, Reed's been in the system, or been with the team for a minute. Yeah, I think as a whole, we can overcome it. Be interested to see if it's Burks or if it's Trotter. But man for man, no. But as a whole group, yeah, I think we're good.
What do you say, Wells?
Yeah, I'm right with you guys. I'm not worried about the defense. I think the defense is going to be fine. Defense looked great today. I mean, even the play that Nakobe got hurt, he made a great play.
Yeah.
I just feel really bad for Nakobe because he's played so great, and then to get hurt right in the beginning of the playoffs is just terrible, and it didn't look good. I mean, if like you said, we're not doctors here, but I would think that he's probably not going to play again the rest of the year.
Stayed at Holiday Inn Express last night, but that's about all I can give you. But
Yeah.
just the look of it,
Yeah,
even like when he made the tackle,
the way that
when
he pointed right
planted,
to his knee, yeah.
and then when he planted, it went like limp. You know, like you can like sort of tell that like the leg goes limp on guys. Like it looked like he went limp on that play too. Yeah, not ideal.
No, not great at all. Yeah, I just feel bad for Nakobe, but I think the defense will be fine. Just need someone to step up. We still have Zach Bourne out there making plays. Nolan Smith looked great. Jalen Carter always looks great. I mean, the D-line looked great. I'm not really worried about the defense, honestly. I'm more worried about the passing game than anything.
Well, it's more can they overcome
shake the rust. But yeah,
more can they overcome
I think they'll be fine, yeah.
Not concerned about the defense, obviously, because they just had a team of 10 points in the postseason. So, but do you believe they can overcome the loss?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Right.
Keep forcing turnovers. I love it.
Great defensively today.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
One special teamer, obviously, but
that was such a tone setter too. Huge play.
Oh my god.
Huge play. Still not sure how that's our ball. Still not sure how that's our ball, but
yeah, I love Jeremiah Trotter Jr. getting in there.
Apparently, you got to control it all the way through, just like a catch. Right?
Control it all the way through to where? Like, I mean, where? Through the ground? Like, you know what I mean? What do you got to wrestle it in the subway? I don't understand how far deep you have to go. Yeah. Like, I'm talking as an Eagles fan through it.
He's touched down. Yeah.
Green. Like,
he's touched. Yeah, he's got it in his hand and he's touched down.
I'm losing my mind tonight if I'm a Packers fan because of that to start the game. Like, I'm losing my mind. First, I'm holding on to the football and don't get hit stuck on you, a little hit stick. But yeah, I mean, goodness.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy if I was a Packers fan. I'm with you, but also, when you're in that scrum, you got to hold the ball.
Yeah, you got to be.
You can't get pulled from you. Everyone's trying to pull it away.
Got to be quicker than that.
I like Jeremiah Trotter showing a little grit and getting that ball.
No, I do love that. I didn't know the price we were paying was that you might have to start next week. But yeah, I do like that aggressiveness. So yeah, I mean, all right. So right now, 3 agrees. We think they can overcome it. whatever that means, right?
Yeah, there's no reason to be different here. I mean, he's not Ray Lewis, all right? He's a tremendous player. He's had a great year, and you feel for the kid. And I'd like the poll question, and then
stabbing away.
No, there's no stabbing. But I mean,
no.
In order that to be, for that to be
stabbing away from being right.
For that to be a disagree, for that to be a disagree, that's Michael Singletary, that's Urlacher, all right, that's Ray Lewis. That's just, that's not him. Great year, part of an unbelievable defense. So you hate to lose any pieces, when you got a juggernaut going, So like I said, it's unfortunate, but it's not really gonna change anything. It's like I said, they'll make adjustments and go from there. It's like I said, you tip your cap to them. They've been doing this. They've been doing this since the bye week, so it's nothing new. It's nothing new, and it's nothing. Like I said again, it's nothing to take away from them. Like when I think sometimes people get offended when you say, "Well, the Packers' offense sucks." You know what I mean? It does, but it's still the playoffs, and but it does. I mean, but people get offended by that, and they think like you're taking a shot at the Eagles' defense. You're not. You know what I mean? Love is not the same player. Whether it's because the Eagles absolutely destroyed his knee in Brazil, or the elbow, whatever it was, he's just he's not the same guy he was last year. Now that could have been a flash in the pan. Who the hell knows? I don't know who what he's capable of, or if he's going to be able to recover, but. He's been horrible this year. You know what I mean? He's horrible, absolutely horrible. So Jacobs is their one bright spot. They're without their three top. They're without their three top receivers, if you even want to call them receivers. They're nice guys. They're cute stories. They're guys you pick up at the Home Depot. All right, they're all cute stories. And Jacobs is awesome. So credit to their defense. They kept him in it, which we have a show that's dedicated to video. So I guess they'll tell you that. Guys weren't open. I find that hard to believe when you got 5 or 6 seconds to throw that guys weren't open, but maybe they weren't. Maybe they don't show us that on the telecast. I don't know. All of a sudden, overnight, the Packers secondary without their best corner became awesome. I don't know, but either way, like you said, a win is a win. It's not shade. It's not hate. We're here to discuss the game. So, it's about moving on, but offensively. That's not going to get you to the Super Bowl.
No, not at all.
No, not even close.
Survive in advance, like you said. Survive in advance.
Even though you're the better team, but
Absolutely.
Still survive your not your best game offensively, even close to being your best game offensively. You survive that in advance, and that's what takes. Listen, sometimes better be lucky than good. You need that recovery early on, right? You need some things to go your way in the playoffs too. You just do. So. But you need a great defense, and this is what we talked about. We said, listen, if we score over 20, we don't expect to lose much. That's how good we think this defense is. So that doesn't change coming in here. We know that we have weaknesses sometimes throwing the football. We do. And I don't want to hear about Russ when you start the game 6 for 6, right? Can't start the game off 6 for 6, then go through a lull, and then turn it back on. Now, again, with Jalen again, I'll say it every time. When they needed a drive, he went on a goddamn drive. That's what's annoying about it. It's almost annoying. Do you go through lulls on purpose? Do you get like Paul George out here? Do you get bored? Do you get bored of guarding the 5? Do you get bored of a close game? It's 10-0, and I feel like, dude, you're a score away, you're a touchdown away from this game just being completely over.
Yeah.
And and then our offense looks anemic. It looks anemic, and then all of a sudden they make it a game again. They come back in, he goes on another drive, right? And then they did it again, and he went on another drive. It's every time. Every time. And I'll take that over the alternative, right, of you not being able to go on those drives. But we talked about it last week too, right? Well, it's every time through all his deficiencies sometimes. When you need the drive, he's there to give you the drive. I don't like playing Russian roulette like that, right? But he answered that bell again today, even though that game was never, to me, in doubt, right?
Yeah,
but he did.
It was
go ahead, Greg.
No, I was gonna say it was like that Slay turnover, right? It was right there at the end of the half, and we were getting the kickoff, right? You get any type of points.
Yeah, you get 3. Yeah,
you get any type of points, and then come out in the second half again with any type of points, and the game's over.
Yeah, homer.
And the game's over, and we pitched both those drives away.
Yeah, and we just didn't do it. It's like he almost wants the game to be close.
Yeah,
and I'm joking by saying that, right? because obviously that's not the case. But when he needs to like lock in and go on a drive, he does. He does.
He did.
Every time.
He did it again.
He wasn't good enough today. That's
not
the
even
bottom
close.
line.
Nope.
Yeah,
Not
he
even
wasn't
close.
good enough.
Not even close.
Shake the rust. Full week of practice. He has to be better moving forward, or we're not going to win it.
He ran
That's just where we're at. Because I mean, even the touchdown drive where you said that we needed a drive, we did need a drive. That was a great catch by Goddard. It was a terrible ball, and then Goddard ran the dude over. Great individual effort by Dallas Goddard.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And you hate to get into those kind of nitpickings because that's when people start saying, "Wow, my aunt had a ball, she'd be my uncle." But no, I mean, it's factual, So it doesn't take away that from the drive and the touchdown, you know what I mean? But I agree with you. It's dump off central today, and Kellen Moore even knew it. So whether your coach has no confidence in you,
The game
right?
plan
3rd
was
and 12. I understand you got a great defense. You don't want to do anything stupid, but you're paying a guy a lot of money to hand the ball off 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15. We're just, it's just a give up. I know Barkley can break one. I mean, I know what he's capable of. Very well aware of it. But we're going to put this into the line and we'll punt it out and we'll play defense. And listen, it's playoff time. I get that. Great, interesting strategy. I'm just saying you can pay a lot of guys less money to do that too.
Yeah.
As time goes on. I'm not saying now, but
yeah, I couldn't agree with you guys more. Right. He didn't play good at all today. Besides a couple drives that I thought he threw a couple good balls on, right? That was about it. Like there was a couple of drives where he threw a couple good balls, but he did orchestrate the drives, like I was saying, when we needed it. But I don't know if we ever really needed it. But when I guess you could say we did, we went on those drives today. But that's been his whole MO. But you can't throw for what was it, 135, 160,
131.
131. You can't. You're not going to win a lot throwing 131 yards unless you're playing in a blizzard. You understand?
You got an offensive line like that and 2 elite receivers. All right.
Yeah.
And then obviously a stud tight end when he's healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's just, that's again, it's just
got to be better.
Yeah. I think
shots. We're just being realistic. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, he wins football games. All right. We've acknowledged that. We've acknowledged the kind of character he has, what kind of leader he is, and what kind of winner he is. Again. All right. So, but at the end of the day, you got to be the ultimate winner, though. All right.
No turnovers.
Yeah,
right.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
we've always talked
that's
about.
The biggest
like,
thing
hey,
I'll harp on. Yeah, turn. If he doesn't turn the ball over, even if he's unthrowing the ball, great. If he doesn't turn the ball over with the way we run the ball, we should be fine.
25 attempts. He threw for 21 today. Don't turn the football over, and 2 TDs. So I mean, I'm not like saying, oh, I'll sign up for that all day. But in terms of like the way our team's built, I'll sign up for that almost all day. I'm going to need more though the deeper I go though. We all
you got to hit that pass to AJ going down. Like you can't miss that ball.
Yeah.
That was the ball today of all the ones
great
that he missed.
And they used, and
that was
great play too. Greg?
Yeah.
Like we ruined the fucking fake. We ruined the fake. Push there with a wide open AJ, and then I don't know. That was a terrible ball. Awful ball.
Yeah.
Awful ball.
Because it worked, right?
Awful ball. The slant. Oh, he was wide open. It's touchdown.
But that's what's mind-boggling about him, though. That's what's mind-boggling about him. Like, he'll throw some balls that are like good, clean, like you know what I mean. And you're like, and then
the first touchdown.
And then some are like
my nephew could have made that throw. He had 35 seconds.
Well, I wasn't talking about that ball. I'm talking about in general.
That was a good one though. But I'm saying, I mean, he had all day there. But the one that AJ was glaring because it was a huge trick play. It's like we wasted that play now.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think he'll play better. I do.
Well, he has to.
I do. I think he will, though. I hope he will. I think, as much as I don't buy into like, hey, time off, right? I don't, but it's probably plays a part. Is my only guess.
Well, I mean, whatever side you're on, he's shown that he's a better player than today. But let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
right. Whatever side, you know what I mean? Like whatever side you're on, you're a hater, you're a guy, poster guy, right? Do you? Right?
Thanks for having
me. We know that he's a better player than today. So that's it. That's it.
I also don't need him when he took maybe too many hits running today as well. And a couple of them, he could have just got 5 yards and got down. He tries to bounce on the outside, ends up losing a couple yards. Just I just need you to get down, Jalen. We don't want no further risk of injury, really, especially in a game that we're dominating. If you need to go get the yards, obviously, go get the yards. But in a game we're dominating, get 5, go down.
Yeah, especially with the head stuff,
Yeah,
the head stuff can be tricky. You know what I mean? The head stuff.
He took a couple pretty big hits today. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. Now, I believe he's been cleared for 2 weeks now, but still, he just came off of 1%.
And you're watching the other team go down like flies, though, right?
Yeah.
Couple ugly ones too. The last one was ugly. I think he broke his ankle. That was ugly. Ugh.
Yeah, none of them. Yeah, the offensive lineman was the best one of the game because it's like our smallest defensive lineman.
Yeah,
is laying kill shots
out
on guards.
Yeah,
on guards, right?
I mean, we all say it, but Wilson likes to say it. It's one of his things. That's a tone setter. That's a tone setter. You know what I mean?
Setter.
He set the tone right there.
Another one of those Georgia boys.
Yeah, little stinger. That guy went right off too with the hold.
Oh, he couldn't even move. Like he looked at me getting out of bed. He looked at me getting out of bed. I was like,
look like me all week. Yeah,
it's crazy. It doesn't go away. It's nuts that it doesn't go away after a quarter. It's crazy.
You hear him all the time. Oh, that was a stinger. You're like, oh, what the hell's a stinger? Right?
Yeah, he's like, what do we call guy pussy? No, the guy can't move his arm. He's locked up. It's locked up. It's over.
It doesn't move.
His whole shoulder's done. Martian, I can say
we're
all wrong.
Those nerve things are weird.
We were all wrong.
All those nerve injuries are weird.
We were all wrong a little bit about Nolan Smith, but
Nolan Smith played like a man today. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, if you would call it wrong, you just didn't block. You just didn't.
Yeah, you just gotta give
him
some
much
guys
the first year,
time.
right? Like sometimes these guys
need some time. That's all.
Yeah,
we could have had Branch.
I mean, the guy that made the biggest play in the history of our franchise.
Starters.
We thought stunk for 3 years.
Yep, you're right. You're right, Wells.
We were all saying, why didn't we take Earl Thomas? This guy stinks. Ends up making the biggest play in franchise history.
Why didn't we take Brian Branch? Right. So you can make the same case for Nolan Smith because he was a day one starter, 2nd round pick. You took Nolan Smith in the 1st round late. Why did you do it? Blah 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 blah. Well, guess what? I'm not saying he's better than he is. I'm just saying it seems like that pick is working out for us.
Yeah, he's making plays now.
On what we needed, right? On what we needed. Not that I wouldn't love to have that guy, but on what we needed, it seems like it's working out. Because we needed guys who can get after the quarterback, and he had 6.5 sacks this year. Add 2 more on right now. 8.5 sacks this year. That's fun.
Yeah,
that's fun in year 2. I mean, I know the playoff ones don't count, but you get what I'm saying. 8.5 sacks this year.
I might count them more than the regular season.
I probably do too.
Sure. Stucky Irving with a TD.
Well, yeah, we're.
I'm rooting Washington. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm rooting Tampa all day.
Well, I got Tampa and the over, so
I'm rooting.
We know how this game's going.
I think you Vikings or Rams come in here, we wipe the floor with them.
Oh, I don't necessarily disagree there.
Wipe the floor with them.
Now you worry about the Bucs coming in here?
Listen, I've been telling you for a month and a half. I don't want to see the Bucs. We just have something on us. We don't ever play well against them.
Yeah, well, you can be scared.
I'm not scared. I just don't want to see them.
No, I hear you.
I would prefer to see the Vikings or Rams. That's all.
I probably don't want to. I don't know if I want to see them. They're better.
Yeah,
I just think the Bucs can stop the run, and I think we run all over the Rams. I mean, we already did during the regular season, but we would run all over the Rams.
Yeah, I can't disagree there. I think the Vikings would be. That's a good game.
The Vikings should beat the Rams. You would think.
They survive. I think that would be a good game. I mean, I think last week's fresh in everybody's mind. And they were doing it. They were doing a lot of things with Miros all year too. But their defense has been good.
Yeah, well-coached team.
They got guys on offense. They got weapons.
Curious to see how Darnold bounces back from. He had just had a terrible game last week.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But that should be a battle. I was actually leaning Rams when it was in LA. Now that it's in Zona, I know the line moved like 2 points. I don't know. I think the Vikings are probably going to win the game now.
Yeah,
but you never know. Stafford's dangerous, and that Puka.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the defense is the difference is the defense. The defense makes up for a lackluster offense. I mean, this offense should never be lackluster, Jose, even though it's not what you're saying. but they should never get off
It
the
was a
hook.
lackluster day today.
They should never get off. They should never be allowed off the hook for being lackluster because of the amount of talent they have on offense ever. But that's the advantage of having arguably the best defense in football is they can make up for your offense having bad days, right? This isn't the only offense in football that is going to have a bad day, right? I mean, we see it all around the league. But when you have a top 5, top 3 best defense in football, right? Those kinds of things allow you to go win a Super Bowl. That's why to go to a Super Bowl, you usually need 2 damn good sides of the ball, not just one. You know what I mean? You're probably not going to go to the Super Bowl with just one great side of the ball. You need your other side of the ball to be good enough. They got to be good enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's the ultimate team sport, even though we put so much on the quarterback.
And the
right?
special teams, besides
it's such a team sport.
Besides the missed extra point, obviously, the special teams were good today. A couple big punts by long ones.
Yeah.
Obviously, 3 for 3 on field goals, so we love that.
Yep.
Stop missing extra points, Jake. and obviously the hit stick, the tone setting hit stick was awesome. Way to start a game.
Fantastic way to start a game.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about it all week last week. Like, we want to start fast. I mean, we scored 10 points in the first quarter. Might be like the second time all year we've done that. So that was huge. And especially with the way that we didn't play great in the second and third quarter, it was huge. But like we were saying, the reason that we're kind of down on the offense today is you forced 4 turnovers and they essentially can't do anything offensively. We should have buried this team today. We should have killed this team.
The score should have been 30
we
plus.
scored 35-10. Should have been 35-10.
Can you say a good thing? Man, that's a good thing. We got some meat on the bone now. Like we get out of the game, right? We get out of the game not playing nearly as good as we can on offense. And you would maybe hope that next week that allows us to sort of even it out a little bit.
It's
right?
good that we won.
And go have everything's better when you win.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, just like that, you don't want a bad performance like this to come and bite you in the ass and lose. So the fact that we can get this out of the way, hopefully, and we still advance is great.
Yeah, for sure.
My point is, do you think there's a chance that, we look so bad today, people are going to assume going into the next week that, this offense didn't look good, right? They're going to sort of think the offense isn't going to show up, and then go put up a 28 spot.
Yeah,
right?
well, I'm going to say, if you watched enough, if you watched the whole game, of course we know that the offense, didn't look good. But that's how scary this is. If Saquon's not a class act, it's 29-10. All right, that's a house call. It's a house call. He just decided.
And there's a special on DK where I use Saquon. I need him to go to the house there.
Oh yeah,
I like you being a great sport and everything. Go to the fucking house there.
Yeah, when it's a 2-score game, I get it. But you're up by 12, make it 19. Get your playoff touchdown. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Game's over. You know what I mean? Like I get it when guys. I get it when guys do it. I get it when guys do it. When it's 1-4.
AJ and Devonta were giving them shit.
They're all giving them shit. They're all like, what are you doing? What are you doing? They're all giving them shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
What are you doing? What are you doing? go score. Go score. But yeah, so you're right. You're right, Sweeps. That would have been 29. So you still have that, you still get to that sort of number that we're talking about getting to. But still, I mean, they played terrible today. They still have 22 points. Most teams, I feel like most teams play like that. They end up with 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End up with 10.
I mean, you forced 4 turnovers. You would think that we would score 30 points.
Yeah, you would think so.
But I mean, listen, I'm not going to complain about the forcing turnovers. We keep forcing 4 turnovers.
We shouldn't lose.
We should walk to the fucking Super Bowl if we force 4 turnovers a game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you would hope. But not if you play this bad offensively. If you don't capitalize you don't capitalize, those good offensive teams like Detroit are going to get theirs.
Exactly.
Right? Certain teams are going to get their number. If that's 24, 28, whatever, they're going to get their number no matter what they do. Right? So like a team like Detroit might turn it over 3 times, right? But if you don't capitalize on those things and you're coming out with no points before the half there, right, Greg? Situations like that, well, those teams are going to make you pay for not getting that 3 or that 7, whatever it may be. They just will. The longer you go.
Yeah.
You can do this in week 1. You can do it in week 1. I mean, round one. Sorry, you can do it in round one.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it today. I mean, obviously Elliott mixes that kick, but they score in the first play of the fourth quarter, 16-10. You know what I mean? Like
all of a sudden it's a game again. Yeah,
absolutely. You know what I mean? You're a tip ball. You're a touchdown away from losing. From being trailing, and a game you dominated. What happened? So that's the scary part.
And like you said, they didn't really pose much of a threat. I mean, Josh Jacobs. Listen, to tip my cap, Josh Jacobs played great. He runs hard. Dude's a good player. Good catch the ball well in the backfield, and he's a gamer. I'll give him that. The rest of them, I mean, Jordan Love didn't look good. Like you said, the walking wounded for their receiving core. Once Dobbs goes down, I mean, they already didn't have Watson. And then the little guy got hurt too, right? Reed got hurt too. Malik Heath doesn't even know where he's on the field. Thanks a lot.
Great blanket chip on Reed. That was Reed on Reed crime.
Reed on Reed? Oh, yeah, I saw
Reed
that.
on Reed.
Reed on Reed. But yeah, so I mean, I feel like they really couldn't hurt us. We kind of knew that they really couldn't hurt us after that, especially when Dobes went down. So it's like it's kind of a game that we should have ran away with, and we just let them hang around too long, which is something that you don't want to do moving forward.
No, and you take out and the Jacobs thing too. You take out the 31-yarder he had, right? I mean, they held him in check pretty well.
Yeah, they did. He runs hard, but they did. We stopped him pretty well.
Yeah, you don't take a play away, right? Like I'm not saying like, oh, it doesn't count. It obviously counts, but you take the 31-yard rush away. He averaged 4.5 yards a carry, including that rush. So you take that away, he's under 4 yards a carry, which I think you would sign up for any day, any time, even 4.5 yards. You hold Jacobs under 100. I'm signing up for that.
Yeah.
I feel like I won today.
Yeah, with no threat of a passing game, of course you'll sign up for that. Absolutely.
Even with those guys, you're signing up for that. Like not, knowing you're without Watson, but even the other guys. Hey, hold Jacobs under 100. We feel good about ourselves.
Well, yeah, right? I'm including those guys. Like I'm saying,
because they don't have a passing game.
No threat of a passing game. I don't think they have a passing game anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I know he can stretch the field. I still think Christian Watson stinks, but he can stretch the field. But he stinks.
He brings that element. He brings the element to open up the underneath stuff, right?
Like you said,
true.
They're just four rec ball guys. You know what I mean? Like unless Sterling Sharp or Devontae Adams ran out of that huddle. I mean, there was no threat today. You know what I mean? There's no threat in the passing game, and love seeing ghosts or whatever he was saying. He just, I mean, Vaughn's been great all year, but I mean, thank you for that gift. What a gift that was.
Yeah, he didn't even look at him.
Yeah,
hand it off next time.
And he almost got the first one. He almost got the one to play before.
Yes,
the David one.
James, thanks for the super chat. He says Barnes and Noble trip tomorrow. Got to see what that book is. Talking about Go Birds, the book that AJ Brown had on the sidelines there. I
was read it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bestseller now in the Philadelphia area.
Never without drama, right? I would like to get him a little bit more involved, though, right? Like
I don't know.
He's pretty good, but he did have a huge block on that Goddard touchdown. I mean, he was a huge block on that one. But yeah, generally would like to get him more involved a little.
Yeah, I'll get all these guys involved on Broad Street, hopefully. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I mean, yes, to your point, that's a guy that I could do without 2 targets, whatever it might have been, 3 targets, 3 maybe.
3 targets, 1 catch for 10 yards.
Yeah, I could do without the 3 targets.
And the ball was behind him.
Guy's always open, and we got 3 targets, right? I could do without that.
Yeah,
he
was wide open on the other 2 targets too, by the way.
I'm sure he was.
It's the one we were talking about, the fake touch push where he's wide for a tutty, and then the crosser on 3rd down where he was wide open, Jalen threw it into the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, book titles. Hey, I'm open.
Yeah, Kev, we discussed that a little bit earlier. Without having a crystal ball, we just assumed that they're playing. They're so awesome on defense that hope Saquon breaks one, pawn it, and play defense. Or there's no faith in your quarterback. That
I was going to say, or they're like, well, Jalen can't throw the ball right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right about the first thing there, Sweeps. Like, we're playing great. Defense is playing great. No reason to put the ball in harm's way here. But it's still, it was a questionable play calling. What we can say,
Absolutely,
questionable
yeah.
play calling.
Yeah.
I don't operate like that, so I'm just assuming we know how the NFL is. Just first time, like, all right, maybe you try to catch it, try to pop an inside draw or something. You see it a lot.
Catch him off guard.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I like the first one. The first one, I'm like, nobody's expecting it. Like I wasn't expecting it. Right, like I didn't have a problem with that one. That one.
Yeah,
really
they did it
didn't-
2 more times.
And then you do it 2 more times.
yeah.
Yeah, you do it 2 more times. I'm like, okay, all right.
Okay.
What's the, what,
Maybe
guys? I got
maybe throw on 3rd and 12.
guys. I got 2,000-yard receivers, right? Like 2,000-yard receivers, and I would have a tight end over 1,000 if he was ever healthy, right? So I have 2,000-yard receivers and 1,000-yard tight end, and we're running draws. Come on. Let's push the ball down the field a little bit. But I get it too. When you know in a game like this, you don't have to force the issue. That so I get it. But next week, probably a week, you're gonna have to force the issue. As weeks go on.
Yeah, it's only gonna get tougher from here on out.
Yeah, you're gonna probably have to force the issue. And that doesn't always happen, right? You go into a divisional round thinking you're getting a tough fight and you go blow somebody's doors off. I mean, you've seen it. It's not like it's impossible. You're not necessarily going to get a better team, but you're supposed to be. Right? The way it looks, you're getting a better team.
Yeah.
You're getting another winner of a playoff round. So, Don, it wasn't that bad. It was 34. It wasn't a cold day, no wind.
Actually, it was it's probably the nicest day in the last
Beautiful
week.
day. Yeah, beautiful day. Yeah.
Yep.
It was about 40. Maybe once the sun went down, it's a little chillier, but it was about 40 in early afternoon today.
Got the window open right now, Don. So here you go, bud.
Yeah, and it's not. It's
Breathe it in,
windy as
Don.
hell. It wasn't that windy.
Take a little puff of that, Don.
Yeah, Don, it's free. Free air, babe. Yeah, there's lungs. Who are you concerned about, Cotton? I'm concerned about him. Maybe he's thinking about those coaching interviews and not having his. Oh, now we're talking about Kellen. Guys, now we're doing this. Like, I don't think
about that.
guys are trying to win. I don't think guys are like caught up in not.
Yeah, and all
being
those guys are
prepared.
taking all those guys that are like hot commodities are taking interviews right now.
They can't interview till after the next round anyway.
No,
Or this round.
This past week was when they were taking them, but they're probably not going to take any
No,
more. I would assume.
not teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, they can.
I
Ben
thought it was
Johnson did
after
4
the. I
interviews
thought
this
I
past
thought they
week,
said
and
after the
Bloomberg-
wild card round.
or
in between the
Moore did
divisional
2.
round.
So
Okay.
no, he did 2 already.
Then
And
Schefter's
Ben
wrong.
Johnson did 4. I mean, they were talking about this morning, Greg.
I don't
Ben
watch
Johnson-
those shows. I don't
Okay.
watch those
I'm
talk
just saying,
shows.
Ben Johnson did 4
They're so
different,
tired. I don't watch any of that.
4
shit.
different, whatever they call them.
Turn it
type
on for game
interviews.
time.
Greg's anti pregame show.
They're beyond terrible. I mean, I might watch NFL Network, but I will not watch anything ESPN related. They're garbage.
There's 8 NCISs on. I mean, how could you?
I know.
There's not enough time.
Not enough time in the day.
I mean, we got to prioritize here. buddy.
Priorities
You watch all the NCISs, like all the different spinoffs?
Yeah,
Isn't there's what? There's Louisiana.
that's
And-
done. That's done.
Oh, New Orleans. Oh, that was done.
New Orleans is done. Yeah, New Orleans and LA are done. New Orleans, LA, and Hawaii.
Wasn't that Scott Bakula?
No, it was
Count Bakula?
no. Oh. Who was it?
Who was the lead for New Orleans? Wasn't the guy from like the old football movie?
Yeah, but it's not. No, you're right. It was Scott
Yeah,
Bakula.
it's
I was
thought-
blanking on the name.
Count
Yeah,
Bakula. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. And Lucas
And-
Black from
Yeah,
Fast
I was
and
gonna
Furious
say
fame.
no, Friday Night Lights.
Well, yes, Friday Night Lights.
And
Yeah,
Friday Night Lights,
Mike
yeah.
Winchell, Greg. Don't talk about Fast and Furious. Mike fucking Winchell. Put some respect on Mike Winchell's name.
Yeah, I watched Fast and Furious.
That's gross.
I am gross.
If I watch Fast and the Furious,
There might be
I
more.
won't-
There
I
might
won't
be
con-
as
I
many
won't continue
spin-offs
that.
of Fast and Furious as there is NCIS.
Well, I was gonna. Fast and Furious has like 1,000 Fast and Furiouses.
Yeah,
Watch it for a
I'm
week.
a diesel guy. I'm a diesel guy. Vinny.
Those movies are just so outrageous.
I've watched.
But that's what they're just entertainment anymore at this point, right? You know what I mean?
I mean, like, live your life.
You don't think it's realistic when 80
Yeah,
miles an
their
hour,
cars
Vin
are
Diesel
flying.
jumps in front of a car? I mean, 80 miles an hour, that's
And
definitely.
catches you one-handed. And catches Michelle Rodriguez one-handed.
They jump a car off a building and jump on a plane.
Yeah, it's not realistic, or a boat.
Yeah.
You know,
Christine's like, how are you watching it? It's
fly a mile in the air and,
this would
land
never
on a
happen.
boat.
I know. I hope it would never happen. It's the fucking movies.
Wasn't backing this out front.
Yeah. I thought I heard a guy Tokyo drifting on my street, but I mean, I just shut the blinds.
That's great. So what's
What
the
up,
new
Luke?
NCIS?
Luke's not happy.
Back into
with
some
that.
NCIS talk. What's the new one, Greg?
Well, they
thought it was
brought
Sydney.
back Sydney, which is Australia,
Wow.
and
I didn't even know that there was an NCIS Australia. That's crazy.
it was only 8 episodes in season 1, and it
Tom's
was
not
like
happy.
kind of meh. And then, but the new show is NCIS Origins. It's like Gibbs's.
I mean, Leroy Jethro Gibbs moves the needle.
before
so
the
I'll give you
actual
that.
show begins. Yeah,
It's like pre-Gibbs.
it's not bad. Not actually. It's not Gibbs, Mark Harmon.
It's pre-Gibbs.
It's his character pre
PG.
NCIS.
So he's younger.
yes,
Different guy.
It's a
I
younger
assume
out
a
of
younger
out
guy.
of
I
the
got
That's when you know they're running out of stuff.
yes, 100%.
Like when they go start beforehand.
Or the ratings start dipping. They're like, oh, we got to bring Gibbs back. In some
Well, once
way.
Tony DiNozzo left, they were in trouble.
Yeah, good old
He was the
Tony.
man. NCIS, the original NCIS is good because
And
Yeah.
Bull wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, but with DiNozzo made that show.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Gibbs and DiNozzo, great dynamic.
Gibbs and
Yeah.
DiNozzo, no, hands down.
And
Yeah.
Ziva was smoke.
They always have some sort of smoke floating
Yeah.
around.
Oh.
That's like number one in all those shows.
Yeah.
They have some sort of smoke floating around. So what were they talking about this morning then, Bill? Middlebrook.
Maybe they haven't planned out. I don't know. Like I said, I gave you the benefit of the doubt because I didn't watch, but I thought I saw that. But
They said that the
It-
dude
and it
for the
doesn't-
Lions is
it
this
doesn't
Ben
matter.
Johnson, right?
Their heads
Who's
were in the
offensive-
game, right?
Who's
Their
the
heads were in the
coordinator
game.
for the Lions? Ben Johnson, right?
Yes,
He said he took 4 this week.
he might have because he wasn't playing.
He's on the bye.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
So you're both right.
Could be. Yeah.
You're both right.
So what
why
did
would
Kellen
you-
Moore? They said
If
Kellen
you don't
Moore.
have a game,
I guess
if you
Kellen
don't
Moore's
have a
going to
game,
do
it's
one.
legal.
He potentially
Hey,
could do
if
them
you
now.
don't have a game, it's legal. That's part A. We got that seems a little.
Well,
wonky.
that's why the Patriots interviewed Leftwich and whoever just to get through the Rooney
That
rules so
seems
they
a
can
little
hire.
Jose. That seems a little Jose Urias to me. That's a little.
Why do they got
wonky.
to get through the
That's a
Rooney
little
rule?
wonky right there. Guy had a.
That's why
body.
Aaron Glenn denied their interview.
Little
Aaron
wonky.
Glenn denied their interview because he knew it was just a farce.
Well, I mean, they got the right guy.
No, I'm not saying they did.
Yeah, I like the Vrabel move. That's a good move for them.
Oh, if I'm a Pats
Light
fan,
upgrade.
I'm hard as a rock. If I'm a
Yeah.
Patriots
Oh
fan.
my god! I mean,
Rock
Teddy,
solid.
he was so angry this morning. Like, he's buddies with Vrabel, so he loves it. But I mean, he was killing the front office. He's like, now you guys better sit back and mind your business because you don't know anything. So knock it off and let Michael cook. Let Michael.
Michael.
He didn't say Michael, but he said let him cook.
Oh, yeah, I thought you did.
I like that he said that. Yeah, every one of you guys shut the fuck
Killed
up.
he shit on the front office.
I love it.
There's guys in there that don't know anything about football.
Well, I even talked to a Patriots fan today. He's like, I just don't know why we didn't hire him last year.
Mhm.
Like, why
Yeah,
we even?
that's
Why
true.
we even? He's like, why do we even do this? And he's like,
Yeah.
unless it was like a side deal that he was going to take over when Bill left, so they gave him the job, and then realized, okay, this is not the guy for the job.
That
But
is what
it's-
essentially what Kraft said, I think, Tom.
Yeah,
I think
so
he said like he had his mind made up 5 years ago that Mayo was going to be the coach
And,
after.
and they probably didn't know that Vrabel was going to get fired because we were all shocked. Who the hell would fire him?
yeah, who
Like,
would ever fired him?
I did a great job with Taddy Butt as his quarterback. I mean, he had never had nobody there.
Yeah.
Except for King Henry.
No more or less than anybody in football.
And I read something
They
today.
He traded his best receiver to the Eagles for nobody.
And I read something today on X that Brady
And he went to
reached
the
out to him, and Vrabel said, "Don't even worry about it. I'm already hired before it even went through."
Yeah, they're
Like-
saying Brady's trying to get Ben Johnson.
Yeah, and Brady
that's
reached
who he
out to
wants.
Vrabel, and so I was going back and forth, and Vrabel said, "Don't even bother."
I would think Ben Johnson has the
already,
pick of the litter, whoever he wants to go to.
Yeah,
Brady, greatest job. He gets to show up once a week and show once a week and talk about the game, and then he gets to run a franchise while double dipping. I mean, I feel like that's such a double dip. I'm almost confused how that's allowed. You know what I mean? I'm confused.
Well, he's really not.
He needed to get clearance.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he had to get clearance because he's going to be in all these pre-production meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's in everybody's backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious, everybody's having him over, and he's lifting up every rock. And this is what this is what they do good. This is what they don't do good. You know what?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give this back to Big Al. I'm gonna give this back to Big Al Davis.
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
Mark.
Cut. By the way,
if Al was still there,
we're probably better off giving it to Al.
Like I said, it'd be in better shape if Al was still there.
Yeah, regardless, go give it to Al's grave. It's doing more than Mark's doing.
I mean, Mike, Al was the crypt keeper the last 10 years he was alive.
During this 13 out of 14 run right here, obviously Sirianni's been great, but Dan Quinn is channeling his inner Sirianni. He refused 2 field goals today.
Yeah. Dude, I can't believe they didn't call a penalty on Levante David.
You know who's got the overs?
He started the fourth quarter. He's like, "Nah, I'm good. We're gonna go for it."
I mean, absolute penalty on 4th and goal right there that just didn't call.
Well, Jesse, I think Brady's always been cool though. That's the thing. I think he's just most people hate him because he's great and he's winning.
Yeah, I like that. I hate him because he's attractive. He's married to a model. Like,
you get tired of it. You get tired of it. It's the same Mahomes effect in a way, except he's not married to a model. But it's the same Mahomes effect. You get tired of the winning. People get tired of it. And then it's a hate the guy. And then when he retires, you can sort of redo your image again. And Tom's image, after retirement's been him. He's just been I like Tom.
Well, it even started once he got to Tampa Bay, right? Once he kind of got out of New England and that aura of whatever the Patriots had, right? He started to open up a little bit more in terms of his personality.
Yeah, it was the CIA. You're working for the CIA.
Yeah.
He's not great. He's not a great, he doesn't do, he's not a good job in the booth.
I'd say
he's about knowledgeable. I don't like him
right now. I grade him about 50%.
Yeah,
better than Romo.
It's just like everybody else, though. Well, Romo was hot for a minute.
I just don't like Romo. Shut the fuck up.
That's what I mean. He got hot. He was hot for 2 years, calling every play. Everybody was bewildered. How
the guy know this?
But it's just like anything else. Of course. The job was just given to Tom. You know what I mean? Like,
he'll get better at it.
Everything. He obviously worked hard on the baseball field. I mean, he worked hard on the football field, but I feel like everything else was, maybe given to Tom in life. Tom's had a lot of breaks.
Yeah. Bill asked a question. Hey, fellas, I'll take our defense against all the teams. So when looking at our offense, I'd rather have the Rams because they are 22 against the run. The Vikings are number 2, and Tampa's number 4.
Right with you on that one, Billy.
So
absolutely
who do you guys
would
want?
love the Rams to come here, even though they have the best quarterback of the 3, probably, but still would love the Rams to come here.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
hit McMillan in the arm. Yeah, it did. Shit. I thought Baker just dropped it. It hit McMillan's arm.
Monster turnover.
Maybe it was supposed to be a handoff?
Monster turnover. Yep.
That's a huge turnover. Great job by Bobby Wagner to go dig that out too.
And then he stood up too, just in case there was a review. He stood up. There will be no scrum here. There will be no scrum. Oh, that's a killer. Now Dan Quinn.
That's a big one. Inside the 20. Inside the red zone. That's a big one. But I'm right with Bill there, though. Absolutely. Would love to see the Rams just because I feel like we could. I mean, we did it in the regular season when we ran all over them. I feel like we could do the same thing again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a preference. I think they all come with different things. right?
Yeah,
Like,
everyone does a little something different.
the Rams come with a veteran quarterback, right?
Probably the better quarterback.
The Vikings come with an unknown a little bit in the postseason when it comes to him, and Tampa comes with just what Tampa is against us.
Yeah, good.
Right? Yeah. They come with Rondé Barber. They come with a lot. A lot comes into town when you talk about Tampa. And recently.
Tampa's going to probably stop the run, and they're going to blitz heavy. That's what what Tampa's going to do.
They're going to you would assume a dogfight. And they got a 50-50 ball guy that makes it 100-0. When you talk about 50-50 balls. So, they have a running game. They have sort of the pieces to be able to come in here.
I would think all three of them could give us a game.
Yeah, but I think we're better. We're better than all three.
We should beat all three. I would agree with you there as well. I just think that the most likely way that we want to play with dominating running the ball is against the Rams. Even though that they probably have the best quarterback of the three teams, like the most dangerous, at least. I would say
Tampa's probably the most complete, even though they don't have the best record, right? Yeah. Even though the record might not say so. I think they're probably the most complete out of those three teams too, in a weird way. Right.
I was just going to say, I was hoping you used the word weird because Vikings won 15 games. I feel like you're just getting shit on. Not in here, just everywhere. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
It's just the Darnold to
that
me.
game last week really showed people up.
It's more Darnold than anything else to me. I like their team. Their team's loaded. Like, they got a really good young defense.
They have very good skill players.
But their problem is their numbers on the road say they're not that same defense on the road.
Very true.
They have some things with me as wide and me. I still think they're tough. They're a tough out coming here. They're not like as easy as people think they're going to be. Right? I really don't think so. I think Tampa probably gives us maybe the toughest matchup for us specifically. But then I would say the easiest you would think are the Rams. You think,
but they also have a great quarterback.
They got a great quarterback. They got two damn good wide receivers.
Really good receivers. Yeah.
So there isn't an easy game.
Is that a fumble?
4th and 2.
So when you really go to it, it might be Tampa. It might be the game you really want, though.
Tampa might just force a fumble.
That's my point. Like, Tampa might be the game you really want, but do you want it? Do you want the ghost like Sleep says? What do you? I don't know. Listen, I don't care what comes in. You got to win. So
it doesn't matter. Exactly. It doesn't matter who it is. You got to win.
Yeah.
And the other thing against LA is we've already beat them, right? So you always go back and forth with, how do you stack up with teams the second time you face them and stuff like that, right? They're obviously going to do stuff different if we play them than they did the first time. Yeah, we look like we're not going to do anything different.
Oh, he's down.
You didn't play the Vikings. I'm sorry. You played.
They got a good head coach.
Yep.
Right. I mean, and they got a good head coach. So if you look at head coach wise. Right, I mean, you can sort of.
Tampa probably has the worst of the three.
Tampa might have the worst of the three, even though he's done a really good job.
But he's done a good job against us defensively. He has,
and he's done a good job overall since going to Tampa. Right, like keep in mind. I mean, he didn't.
Oh, touchdown,
McLaurin,
Terry. 4th and 2.
Terry.
Wow.
I think I just hit my parlay.
Of course, I have Tampa. Yeah, I mean, this is just unbelievable.
I got the Redskins. They were my least ranked, though.
They were a drive away. I mean, my one. He doesn't fumble there. They probably put it away, Tom. One drive.
Yeah, Luke. Sorry, man. I'm glad it wasn't me that wasted all the money to go down there. They're gonna be my Crumb. Shocker.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
That is just what they do, isn't it? That's what they do.
I mean, they lost to a damn good football team now. So
no, they absolutely did, but they had the game, Tommy.
No, you're right. You're right. You can't throw that pick there. Much you want to put it on Franklin, I get it.
It's not on Franklin. It's not on. To me, it's not on Franklin.
I mean, we were talking about
it's on Drew.
You cannot throw a ball across your body there in that situation. Time and place.
That game was all on Drew Allen,
and that's why you can't go to the draft because you're not smart enough yet.
Not yet.
Even before that, the quarter. I don't even want to get into the fourth quarter because I had the under, and it's just everyone's scoring in the fourth quarter. The cornerback just falls over his 2 feet. 70-yard TD. What's going on? What's happening?
Yeah.
Embarrassing, really.
Yeah. I almost wished the rumors were true and it was Drew out there on the yacht prior to the game. It at least would have been an excuse on why he sucks so bad.
They also don't have any receivers though. It's kind of amazing that they don't have any receivers.
They got great running backs, and they got Warren. Warren's obviously
Warren's awesome. Yeah,
it's crazy they don't have one wide receiver like that. And he's such a monster recruiter too. It's weird. It's just weird.
Well, they don't scheme them open. They don't scheme them open. They don't work it.
They're the better team. Notre Dame's really good, but Penn State. I think it's the better team, but that's it's the way the cookie crumbles. It's just you can't make that decision there. And how good is Abdul Carter? The guy's playing with one arm, dude, and he's a problem.
I am blown away.
He's a monster.
I'm blown away at Notre Dame's though. Like he's hanging his arm the whole time. Like it's obvious that he's only playing with one arm. You got the tight end set up in the slot. Just have him block down on that bad arm every fucking play. I would say crush his fucking shoulder every fucking play. I couldn't believe they weren't doing it. Mind blowing.
Yeah.
But he was awesome. He was the best player on the field with one arm.
Yeah, insane. Absolutely.
But listen, I'm going to go back to something. I have no concern until you get to an NFC title game, and then depending on who that opponent is, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I'm concerned yet. All right, and I might get laughed at on next Sunday night. You know what I mean? Who knows? Right? Might get laughed at by the chat or maybe even my own family on air. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, I'm not concerned until that point because that's how good they are. That's who they're supposed to be.
It'll be favored in every game. So, I don't know what the concern would be. Obviously you respect your not you, just in general. Like you respect your opponent, and you say to yourself, "I'm better than you." Now, is that going to always result in a W? No, it does not. Right? But you got, you got to do all the little things, and you got to be better offensively. The defense is going to show up. So that's all you can do. They're not going to get blown out.
I like to say this.
They're not going to get blown out. So you're going to find a way to win a close game.
I like to segue this before the game's over. I like to get into this. As you're setting the week up, right, and to continuously say the same things. For a couple of reasons, right? The main reason is I never want to let off a great team off the hook, right? You never want to let a team like this off the hook for not getting to where they should at least get to. It's important because you don't get these opportunities often, where you're healthy through a football season, right? Where majority of your football team's healthy, right? You don't get those opportunities year in, year out. It's a weird sport where it's like it's not like other sports. I mean, basketball, we're used to it, but, it's not like other sports where, health, is so up in the air year to year, per se. It can be, right? Mm-hmm. So you got an opportunity, and all we ever want is an opportunity. We have an opportunity next week, and no matter who's coming in the goddamn town, I don't really care.
Yeah, I was going to echo that with, the people don't care, because when you look at, as far as health, you want to stay healthy as a team, but the rest of the league don't give a shit if you're hurt. You know what I mean? Exactly. The Lions are missing like 19 dudes. Nobody cares. Don't cry for me, Argentina. It is what it is. So, Eagles won a Super Bowl. Next man up. 5 key components.
And if you don't win, and guys get hurt, you lose your job, right? Right, boys? Like nobody feels bad for you as a coaching staff either. If you have 20 guys go down. Right, and you don't win. That's how you lose your job. So nobody's going to feel bad for you. So when you have the opportunities, this is what keeps your job. Right, you go to a Super Bowl. Right, you can guarantee your job for another 3 years. That's how I always look at that. You can almost write it down, and you're going to be around somewhere, and you get job security. Organizationally, you go win one. I think you can, unless you're Doug Peterson, you can probably write yourself in for 5. Right, you should be able to write yourself in for a 5. Hey, write this down. Write the napkin across the table. 5 years. Whatever you want, babe. Whatever you want. You win one. Unless you're Doug.
Sweeps with the Avita drop.
Oh,
that wasn't a face.
No, and listen, they won this game because how good they are. That's the funny thing about today. Right? We look about it and it was like you can even say maybe I was the only one, but at times I got disinterested by it. I got PG. I got Paul George by it. You know, I was thinking about being Greg and just going and, you know, getting a little fixing, getting a little.
It was
Sydney,
on. It was on
right?
Ion.
Give me a
305
little
down
shrimp
here.
on the barbie.
Yep.
Give me a little shrimp on the barbie out in Sydney.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
But, you know, that being said, they're so good that they're able to overcome that kind of stuff. And that's how good they really are.
Yeah, you're right, Tom. It almost felt like there's parts of the game today where it was almost like they were playing with their food, right? They were just like going through the motions and seeing what could happen. And like Sweep said earlier, you ended up in a one-score game somehow.
Yeah.
This game ended up being a lot closer than it needed to be.
That's what happens if you don't put teams away, though. So, that's like the only concerning thing of this game was the fact that we should have killed them and we didn't put them away. You don't want to let teams hang around. But hopefully we can wipe the slate clean, full week of practice for Jalen, and he can shake the rust off and look better next week.
Well, I think this plays into Jalen, too, because I think we've learned one thing about Jalen. He does listen. And that can be good and bad, right? But in this case, he does listen to the outside noise. He does hear what people are saying. So, and he makes it clear in pressers that he hears it too. So,
they beat the Eagles. Sorry, Tom, early on, but so it's not like it's a revenge game. But Irvin, I don't know if he played when that first Eagles game. You know,
no, he was kind of still the backup.
This dude's
he's their guy now. Yeah,
this dude's special.
Yeah, Rashad White's kind of the backseat guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He was saying he's listening and stuff. Yep.
Oh, he definitely hears the outside noise.
Well, I mean,
for sure.
What you mean? I think he'll go have a really good game Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
It hasn't been released yet. What
the hell just happened there?
They did say it was going to get released tonight while this game was on.
There had to be a penalty there.
Oh, my God. It was 30 inches.
What just happened right there?
They handed it off.
3 of the Washington guys were in the backfield before they even shot the ball, I feel like.
Like, if you, I don't know how you don't sneak. I don't know how you don't sneak every time.
It still just says,
fuck. What the hell just happened?
It still says both dates.
Again, they're going to wait for an opponent. Like,
where are you going?
That was so
like if
weird.
they have to play the Monday night person, like.
They actually said on the broadcast night they'll know the times for the games by the end of tonight.
By the end of tonight, because you'll know who you're playing. You know what I mean? Because if Redskins win, keep calling them Redskins. If the Commanders win, then we know we play the winner of tomorrow's game. Yeah. You know what I mean? And if the Bucks win, we play the Bucks.
I only call them.
And I think that's why they have us right now, technically, the late game on Sunday, whatever time that is.
You would think it has to be Sunday because of the fact that all the NFC games are either today or tomorrow. So it's going to have to be Sunday. You know what I mean? Like all the AFC games already played. They're probably going to play on Saturday.
Well, they have the Lions. They have the Lions right now booked for Saturday. Again, this all could change.
Well, that makes sense for them.
The Lions booked for Saturday. Texans, Chiefs booked for Saturday. Ravens, Bills, the first game on Sunday.
And then, the second game.
The Eagles game is on the second time on Sunday. Again, whatever times they actually are. I don't know if that's 1 and 4:30. It's probably 3 and 6, 3 and 7.
I think 3 and 6 starts with the championship game week, right?
It's probably 1 and
1
and 4:30.
I think it's 1 and 4:30.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you too. With everything going on in LA right now, I do not want to see the Rams.
That's a good point.
I'm good. I'm good.
Need the less motivation.
I don't need to see them. And you could use it the other way too, like distractions and that, or it's a rallying cry for a group, right? I just don't need to see a rallying cry group. I just don't need to see it. The more I'm thinking about it now, I'm just getting, I had a little time to digest.
Are you scared?
No, I can just not see it because I can see how this is all scripted out. You understand? I can see how you go. Write this storybook. Write this storybook. LA in the bowl in New Orleans. Oh, you can't write it any better, Wilson. Oh, my God.
Stop.
We've seen it before.
Stop it.
We know the NFL. We know their game.
Shut up, Greg. We will fucking kill the Rams.
No, I believe we'll beat them. I'm just making the case of like, didn't think about that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the is obviously it's awful, it's tragedy, and it's unfortunate. But one of the biggest tragedies in the history of our country, the Yankees lost 9/11. They lost 2001. So I'm just saying, like, to your point, Diamondbacks got them in 2001 when
Mr. November, yeah.
If we're talking rallying cry and
We're back.
crazy stuff,
We're back.
I like that on our side.
Yeah, we're back. I needed something. I
Yeah,
needed some history on my side here.
Dynamite
Yeah.
dropped in there for you, Monty.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, those
Dynamite
broadcasting
dropping, Monty.
classes are taking over.
Nobody's
What?
listening anyway.
You can't say
Never
that.
needed you
Gives a
more.
shit. Nobody's
Never needed
listening.
you more than I did today.
I gave him a chance with 4:40 left. Jaden Daniels, big drive coming up for the kid.
Could love a pick.
Greg, what's the total, Greg?
51, 52.
Cheese and crackers. I thought it was
Greg needs a field goal and another field goal and go into overtime.
Greg needs
Or
a lot of
touchdown, really.
Greg is on a bender right now, looking for extra toasters if anybody has any.
Oh, yeah, come on over, dude. I got a fucking year's supply.
Let's jump in.
I didn't fucking realize that fucking Mississippi State turned out to be 1,100. There's another ticket up there. Another ticket I found up there. And
I don't want to talk about Mississippi State.
I know. I'm just saying.
How about when they took the lead? They took the lead with like 4 minutes left. I was like, okay, here we go. No.
Told you guys $750 last night. Found another ticket for 4 up there. For 4. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
All right, so if the Bucks win, we're guaranteed winner Rams Vikings.
No.
No.
The Bucks win, we get them.
The Bucks.
Yeah, you're right. The Bucks win, we play the Bucks. If Commanders win,
We play
Commanders
the
go
winner
to,
tomorrow. Yes.
Yep, Commanders go to Detroit, and we get the
Yes.
winner tomorrow. Sorry, I said
Yes.
that wrong. My bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is what we're waiting on here. So we're going to find a lot out in 4 minutes, Eagles wise.
Yeah, we'll know
So
who we're going to play. Well,
We can get into our Crumb.
we'll kind of know who we're going to play.
And obviously,
we can get into our Crumb while we have the time.
and just a public service announcement. I hope Dobbs is okay, but now maybe the NFL can realize that silly Mr. Magoo thing doesn't work. You know what I mean?
What, Lord Helmet don't work?
Yeah, it doesn't work. So
Yeah.
I mean, I hope the kids.
I tell you what it does. It makes me laugh every time I see like a
Yeah.
point guard that's got a fucking humongous helmet on. I just
Got a
laugh.
balloon.
I just laugh.
Guy got a
out.
balloon. Guy got a balloon helmet on.
You
Thanks for
Mr.
wearing your
Balloon Hands.
Your balloon
Yeah.
helmet.
How
Mr.
how many
Balloon
guys
Gary
they got on this ship anyway?
Gary Gazoo.
So yeah, Don. Yes, I am in on Cooper Flag. I'm out on the Sixers. I'm
Another
done.
loss tonight.
I'm out. This week was the week for me, and I'm out.
Hey, I mean, we were a week ago. We were talking about would love a 3-1 week, maybe
Yep.
a 4-0 week, and then
Yep.
Joe doesn't play all fucking week. What
Yep.
the
All
fuck
week.
is he
done.
doing?
I'm
What
done.
the fuck is he doing?
I don't think he's doing
Explain to
anything.
me what the fuck he's doing.
I don't think the body's ever going to be ever.
So he's just
all
done
right again.
then, right?
He's
He's just done.
To me, he's done. To me, he's just
He's
done.
done.
Now it's
He's
an
done.
ankle. It's a toenail.
It's a hip thing.
It's a
It's
vagina
a
thing.
back
Listen,
thing.
Andrew Bynum.
It's a heart attack
The end of
thing.
yo.
Who had the heart attack?
Who had the heart attack? Me.
But then we get like Paul George, who's actually playing well tonight with 25 fouls out. Like you have 5 fouls. What
He
are
did
you
that
doing?
the other night too.
Well, like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
like
Oh, he's
feel-
bored,
I
Tom.
feel
He's
like
bored.
done playing. I feel like he doesn't
bored.
want to play anymore.
He's
Like,
bored.
4 of the 5. He had a big three to put us up, and comes down the other end and fouls out with like 4 minutes to go. So it's like, okay, dude, what is going on? But yeah, I don't even want to talk about them because they're not talkable. They don't deserve to be talked about. But if you're talking about draft class and stuff like that, I'm all in. Just tank it away. Tank it away. I'm all in. Tank it away. See you next year.
I mean, Cooper Flag.
He had an awesome day.
He had a great. What was that earlier in the week when he had that monster dunk?
Yeah.
And then he had 38, I
Against
think,
Pitt.
yesterday or something.
Yeah, okay.
42.
I'm in.
What was it?
42.
42. Yeah, monster.
ACC
game.
freshman record.
Monster game.
Yeah, love to have him.
And only
I said I didn't
think
want
only
him.
on
I said I didn't want him like 2 months ago before I saw him play. And now I've watched him play, and I'm in.
The
'Cause
biggest
you-
thing
'cause you
about that
heard me.
steal and dunk
'Cause
is
you
that
heard
he goes
kid
right
out of
around
Maine.
that guard. He flies.
I heard the
He runs.
name.
I
I
know
heard the
you.
name.
I know you. You heard Maine, and you're
I heard
like, I'm out.
Maine. I heard he played in Maine. He's a Maine product. And I
Guys
was like,
wanna-
Maine? On the
it's
fucking,
like-
and he goes to Duke. There's a lot of things I didn't like about it. But Maine started the
I think he's only 17 too.
Yeah, I
he's
didn't
real
care.
young.
I didn't care. Like the guy grew up playing on the fucking ice. How's this gonna work?
And he just
Well,
has
the
one
guy
of
who
those,
should have played hockey for the Flyers.
he just has one of those rhythmic names that's, one of my favorite movies of all time, The Replacements. You know what I mean? Like when I hear his name, I say Cooper Flag going up for it. Cooper Flag, the only one coming down with it. It's just what comes into my head. I just every time like, oh, Cooper Flag. Like I just think that Cooper Flag talks in the third person. I know he doesn't. He goes,
Maybe he does.
Maybe he does.
That's
Cooper
what they do
Flag,
with me.
Cooper Flag going
But
down
yeah,
with the
Greg, I heard Maine, and I was like, I'm out on him. And then I watched him, and then he's obviously no disrespect to the whites being back, but there was a white guy at Duke, and I was like, okay, there's a lot of things that are not loving. Tommy don't love, and watch him play. Oh, Tommy likes.
Tommy
Right?
in. Tommy in.
Tommy in.
Tommy in.
Tommy's in. I'm in.
Oh, Tommy in. Yes.
Tommy likes
the
yes.
too.
Fly the
Tommy.
flag. Yes.
Tommy's into a lane. Tommy likes a lane.
Tommy likes it.
Oh, nice dick.
Hey, James, you know me so well, James.
Let me get dunk.
He said Sixers will win 5 of their next 6. Time will be back in. Yes, I will.
Absolutely.
Yep. Sign me up for that. It's not going to happen, but sign me up, James.
There is nothing Tommy likes more than getting back in on the Sixers.
Well, we're going to find out if we're playing the Bucks, Elias. If they win, but if they don't, who will we playing
stick
after?
right there by
Well, then
Winfield.
we'll get Rams or Vikings.
Vita Vea is still doing it though, right? Vita
So,
Vea.
yeah.
How old's Vita Vea now? He's gotta be
Forever
pretty
old.
old.
Don't
He's
ask
pretty
Greg.
old.
He's 48.
No,
I mean-
75.
In Hawaiian years, you gotta be age by 60.
Hawaiian years. Hawaiian years. Like it's Hawaiian. You're off the island? The guy's 70 years old.
Just running off Loco Moco. Big pass.
Maturity-wise, he's 97. Guy's seasoned. Unless you're doing.
Somebody get Vita Vea some mojo pork.
You guys been
Little
surfing
Loco
since
Moco.
2 years old.
Say surfing turf. Oh God, here goes. Here goes the Commanders. Come on, bring the Bucks into town. I would fucking love it. 10-17. Bring it 10
We play the winner of tomorrow, Elias. If
Bring it
the
10-7.
If the Redskins win, Commanders. If Commanders win, we play the winner of the Vikings and the Rams tomorrow.
Oh, Don.
I thought it was a thing, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know that was
Oh,
a
well,
bad thing.
me and two are close, so I'm allowed to say that, Don.
I think that's a compliment.
I feel like isn't it
compliment?
but isn't it like you're on island time over there? You know?
Yeah, but it's like a
there's-
compliment. You're
Island
seasoned.
time.
Yeah,
Listen, you're
Don-
one with
Don's
the
our
wood.
Don's
Yeah.
our guy.
You're like
First of
Matt
all,
Collins. You're not
Don
wearing
knows- Don
shoes.
knows I don't give a
You're one
shit.
with the
Second of
wooder.
all- Second of all,
Yeah, when you're one of the land and one of the wooder, you're definitely like 20 years older than you really are.
Yeah, you're on island
you're
time.
12,
When
you're
you're
12
like an
hours
infant.
behind us. I mean, you're 12 hours behind us. I don't know what the hell they're doing down there.
He's just an island boy.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be
Jacob,
great because
because
we'd be in Philly.
That'd be awesome until
Give me a home championship game. We'd love it.
until Daniels runs around for fucking 200 yards on us. Yeah,
He's a pretty good player.
yeah, he is good.
Yeah, he is pretty good.
I didn't
I'll
want to
give him
admit it. I didn't want to
Gotta
admit it.
give
at
him
the start
that.
of
He's
the
pretty
year.
good.
Did not want to admit it because there's some guys on here that really were all Commanders up, and I didn't want to. Not you guys, different show. We're all Commanders up, and I didn't want to give in. So I said they were a year away, and I was wrong. So here we are. So my luck, I'm sure we'll see them. What up, Derek? Big win, baby. Let's fucking go.
Derek.
Big win. What's up, D?
Yeah, Don. I mean, I hope not. I don't know who to root for in this one. This is a tough, like, I got to just throw money on somebody, like close my eyes.
It's crazy how much people are like, like Marcus Freeman has made Notre Dame likable. Everyone used to hate Notre Dame. All of a sudden, people rooting for Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think I am. Because I don't like
Yeah,
Ryan Day
me
that
too.
much.
I don't want Ohio State to win.
No, I hate Ryan Day that much
I
that
agree.
I'm all in on Notre Dame. And
I
I'm
think
not a Notre Dame
it's going to
guy.
take a Herculean effort to beat Ohio State. I'll tell you
But
that.
let's fucking go, boys.
but I agree.
Rally the Catholics. We're come on. We're storming the fucking horseshoe. It's not being played there, but we're storming it.
Wherever it is.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, wherever it is. Yeah. Whatever dome it's in down south. If it's not,
I think it's in Atlanta. I think it's in Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta.
Yeah, because all the bowl games are officially done now.
Yeah.
Great stadium there too, by the way.
Food deals. tremendous food deals too.
Yeah, great food because nobody wants to go.
Chick-fil-A's in there.
I know, but they showed before like there was like 12 things and it was like $14. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
it? I'd be 400 pounds there, bro.
John said you can't watch it.
I won't watch it. I will not be watching.
No. You Penn State guys. You Penn State guys.
I believe Greg.
I love Greg.
I
You
believe
Penn State guys are in a tough spot, though. You Penn State guys are definitely in a tough spot.
I will not watch. There's nothing. I mean, it's on a Monday too. There's definitely NCIS reruns on somewhere. Or there's Monday Night Raw on Netflix
I don't
now.
think Greg watched the Super Bowl last year. I think he boycotted that too. I know.
He did.
Yeah. I forget where I was.
He's claimed that he's boycotted Super Bowls. I still don't believe that.
It was Andy.
But you never know. You never know with Greg. He said, "I'll watch WWE. I'll watch Raw on Netflix."
Raw's on Netflix now. It's electric.
He'll pay for the membership. He'll pay for the fucking membership.
Back to the attitude era.
You're allowed to curse.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want now.
How about the Hulkster got booed? I love it.
I know, it was amazing. And he didn't know why. Like, dude, come on.
He was shook. Jimmy Hart had no idea. He was shook.
You know what? I love that cursing's cool. I love it. I love that. I love that cursing's cool.
Yeah, Tom Brady dropped an ass on Fox.
By the way, I love that cursing's cool. Like I've heard hell dropped a lot more. I've heard like cursing is cool.
Tom Rinaldi dropped ass on Fox today. I was like, okay,
I've been cursing for a decade. On air. So, and it's
one of
frowned upon.
One of Herbie's rants, he said shit. He's like, Ohio State getting a lot of shit. I'm like,
well,
yeah, Herbie.
Well, McAfee's really helping bring it back for us.
Yeah.
For us guys who like to spin it around a little bit on the language, you know, he's brought it back a little bit for us because I mean, we've been cursing on this show for a decade.
I was gonna say, like a decade ago, you used to yell at me for cursing. Now it's okay.
Well, I would get heat. You know what I mean? I would get heat from up top. You know what I mean? Say, how's up top of you, Tom? Well, there was things. There was advertisers. People on social media. I mean, Zuckerberg used to fact check my F-bombs. I mean, Zuckerberg's fact check my F-bombs.
Us tongue warriors, all right? We got to be careful sometimes. Right?
That's what she said.
Oh, I was strategically planned.
I know where you were going.
It covers all my
I'd like to find one of my own. I'd like to find one.
It covers all my bases.
I'd like to find one of my own.
Yep, I've been known to hang out in the patch for an hour.
I've been a grassy knoll cat.
I've been known to be tapped on the shoulder. You can come up now.
Are you breathing?
I was done 30 minutes ago.
Did you get enough? Did you get enough?
Yeah, I'm good. Where I belong. What's up, SJM?
Where I belong.
What up?
Oh, big tackle.
Did you fall asleep down there?
Rusty was definitely an understatement. Guy was left out in the rain for about 2 weeks. I left his bicycle out in the rain for 2 weeks.
Drier than the LA.
I don't even know. Like, listen, I think I don't know if he's ever gotten a rhythm throwing the football all year, to be completely honest with you.
Who?
SJM? Jalen.
Oh, Jalen.
Like, a consistent rhythm of throwing the ball all goddamn year. So, you know, I think this is who he is for the most part. He just some games will get in some rhythms and some big drives, but he hasn't really aired it out well all year, really, guys.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't looked like he did in the Super Bowl per se, right? Like
no, and I'm not doing this.
There's an algorithm to that. It's 118, by the way. So the hour held up well.
I can't. I'm still laughing at Craig's last comment there. I think he slipped that in. I'm not sure many people heard that.
I didn't know anyone heard it.
I heard it.
No,
I'm
what'd
not
you
going to
say?
repeat it. I don't know if it should be repeated.
I don't think we.
It might be too early to repeat it, but
I
know it was good.
Oh, I think I know exactly what he said. It's too early.
He said drier than something.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Greg.
Jesus, I gotta tune in. I hope we're on Netflix. I gotta rewatch. I gotta rewatch.
I couldn't stop laughing.
I gotta rewatch.
Greg saying, you know what? Nobody's got us canceled all this time, but I'm gonna fucking do it. I'll be the guy.
People losing bets always thought it was gonna be Tom or Wilson. Greg comes through.
Greg done.
Classic.
As I say to Cass, Greg's done for.
Oh, Big Daddy Poe. What's up,
What
buddy?
up, Poe?
What up, Pope?
Love the Pope.
What up, Pope? Can the Flyers save a puck this week?
So you're saying Hurts looking like a 24-year-old beach cruiser left in the elements being ridden around by a Camden crackhead on Ephraim Avenue? Oh, well.
That's
That's
it,
nailed
man.
it.
It's a good way to put it.
Way better than what Greg said. And you would say, how's that possible? And I didn't even hear what Greg said. I just know it now. I just know. I know. So knowing what I know, I'm going to say this is classy. This is a classy way of describing it.
Beach cruiser is fantastic.
Now, don't assume it's a Camden crackhead all the time when you talk about the crackheads. Crackheads come from all walks of life.
Yeah, they're a dime a dozen.
You know what I mean?
Oh, let's be nice to Camden. How about Kensington?
Hey,
Zombie.
first off, Camden's on the rise. 55-year crime low in Camden.
Oh,
I dare you to walk in there around 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, but
I'd love for you to yell and scream that one. Great news.
Pull out your stats around 11:30 when you're walking around. Somebody told me it's safe. Look at this. They're gonna win this game. That's incredible.
Oh, God, sleeps early again on me.
they're gonna bang a T. Why's Mariota in?
Because they're gonna sneak it. But I agree with you. I don't know why I answered that with that.
You were very clear.
I feel like you're a better runner.
I don't know why I answered that with that, because Daniels is pretty good too.
I guess that's kind of good. I don't know. I feel like maybe we want to keep the better guy in.
Well, you were on Hawaiian time.
I felt like coming at you right there.
he's on Hawaiian.
He's on Hawaiian time.
They're trying to counter effect Vita Vea with Mariota.
Yep, sweeps.
They know Mariota's on island time too.
This guy's a wolf. This guy's a wolf. That's great. He's back out.
That was just a call timeout. How was that?
Yeah, he came in to call a timeout.
He said, I looked into Vita Vea's eyes. They're ready for the sneak.
They're in the shotgun. They're in the shotgun. Oh my,
Yep, he knew.
Oh
Will's
my God.
they're in the shotgun.
Will's calling it.
He got it.
Does anybody not watch things? Oh my God, he broke the tackle. Oh, yep. Yeah, it's on you, pal.
Jay Daniels, pretty good. They're going to kick a field goal to win it.
Awesome.
Such a copycat league.
Oh, Levante David.
I like what the Packers did with Kraft. I mean, the guy pushed 25 yards every time. Nobody can bring it down.
Dude, the first one, I was like, is someone going to tackle him? He went for like 30
I'll say this all the time. With kickers in today's world, this game ain't over yet. That's all I'll say. With kickers in today's world, it just ain't over. It ain't
Who
over.
was their guy? Seibert?
Oh, he got rolled up.
Yeah, Austin Seibert. Yeah.
Seibert?
Seibert.
Levante David got rolled up on at the end here.
This
Good
is
player.
tackle. This
He's
guy
on
missed
vacation
the
next
tackle.
week.
Oh.
He's got a towel in his hand. Is it his towel? And give it back to him. Say, Jaden, I got your towel. Does that count? Oh my God! The only thing worse
in 10 years, there might be flag football. You never know.
The only thing worse than that was watching T.J. Watt tackle a ghost runner 12 times last night.
All the time. Like, talk about making an adjustment. Like, it probably was the adjustment, just take
Keep your eyes
Henry.
up, bro. Keep your eyes up. Like, oh my God. I know Lamar is very scary, but I mean, what are we doing here? The guy tackled the ghost guy 12 times. Oh, getting it, lining it up for Seibert. Oh,
He wants on the left hash, obviously.
Baker, what a terrible fumble that was, Baker. And then you come down, you answer the drive, and third and inches that Wilson was like, that's got to be offsides.
No, they hiked. It's like he shouldn't have been snapped or something because he
Yeah,
snapped
no, it
Baker
was
just held
definitely
it for a
off.
second. Like, what the fuck?
But I'm saying, like, they, in their minds, instead of sneaking it, they went to hand it off, and all hell broke loose. And this is what you get.
Did you watch that play though again? Sweeps like they hiked it to Baker, and it's like he wasn't supposed to be hiked yet. He held it for like 2 seconds before anybody moved. The only people moved were the Washington defenders. It was very strange.
2 seconds. Wow. Look at it.
It's Zane Gonzalez, by the way.
Oh, yes, it is. Ex Cardinal. It was Seibert earlier, I thought.
I guess he's was he still hurt, I guess. Thanks,
I don't know why he keeps trying to
SJM.
fix his
I
hair.
can't
He
be
doesn't have any
canceled.
hair.
You're right. can't pull up.
Red.
Big fan of a shank or Tony Romo doesn't
Oh, I have
roll
no
into the
problem.
snap.
What do we
Yeah,
got about?
please.
We got about 40-yarder.
No.
I don't think it's very far.
Yeah, it's, I mean,
Tampa
like,
19.
I was
So,
thinking 37.
38,
yeah, 36.
36, 37. Yeah, 37.
He missed.
No shot.
You're ahead?
No, I don't know.
No shot.
I'm trying to talk it into existence.
Yeah,
usually-
well, I'm sure he nails it.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
Post.
So he hasn't kicked it for me yet.
That's why I'm not gonna say anything.
Still hasn't kicked it for me yet. I'm sure that whole country it's been kicked for.
Oh, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
That's incredible. It's all
Oh
about
my
the
God.
balance.
Oh
Stoink.
my God, they get the
Doinked it
rolls.
in.
Yep.
It went
the
off
ball.
the upright.
Off the
Yep,
upper and
and
in.
in. And in.
Awesome. Awesome.
Looked like he was pushing it right.
Well, I only won 2 bets in sweeps
So-
is full.
If they didn't go to the left, he would have missed it.
Thankfully,
You
they're my
still
two.
got one tomorrow, Greg.
Thankfully, they're the 2 highest ones. The one tomorrow is my least one. I won the 1 and 2. I went the Eagles and the Bills today.
Only one I didn't hit was the Bills. Trying to get cute with Denver. Fucking moron.
Well,
Looked
I
great
bet
after their first
Denver.
drive.
I put Buffalo in sweeps, and then I went and bet Denver like a freaking moron.
I was all over the games yesterday. I don't know. I should have just put all the money that I own on fucking Texans and the fucking Ravens.
Chargers, Steelers, Bucks. Well done. I got the
Bucks.
Rams tomorrow. I'm on the Rams tomorrow.
Bucks was my
I took
5.
The Vikings.
Yeah.
So we essentially know who we're getting. A little bit more than we did 5 minutes ago. So
Yeah, we get the winner of tomorrow's game.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rams or Vikings coming into town. So now we can really narrow it down. Who do you want?
I prefer the Rams.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
run all over the Rams.
Yeah, I think at this point I prefer the Rams too, Wells.
I mean, the other teams that, like I said, everyone saw Darnold last week struggle, but the other team did win 15 games, like Sweep said. I mean, they've had a pretty damn good year. They have a good defense. I know
Yeah.
it's not as good on the road.
Well, they got
They
weapons.
have a good defense.
They got the
And
weapons to
they have
beat you.
big weapons. Big weapons. Yeah.
The weapons that beat you.
Granted, the Rams got big weapons too, but their defense is very bad.
Yeah, they only have a front, really, right? Jared Verse and that
Yeah.
defensive line is really all they have.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
young, man. Think about how many like 5th round picks, low money deals they have on that defense from all the picks they gave up.
It's pretty incredible, though, that they were,
They have gotten
outside
better.
the box enough to rebuild
Yeah.
with the way they did.
Think about it. It goes to good GMs, right?
Yeah.
Good coaching.
Yeah, good coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, good coaching, good staff, good GMs. You find the right players who fit what you're trying to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Right.
you fucking pick Puka in the 3rd round, right? And he's
You get some of those
superstar,
home
he's a
runs.
stud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's
when you
a
got draft
monster.
well. Because you can draft well anywhere. We've always said that, boys.
I would love him to have a
Yeah.
monster game tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
You
that.
don't need to draft well just in the 1st round.
Yeah.
You can trade all your 1st round
You
picks.
look you look right at us too, right? Nakobe, you can run through our
Cam
3 through
Jurgens.
6s
Yeah,
over the last 4 or 5 years. They're all here and they're all producing.
yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean, you got
I thought
Nakobe
Williams
Dean.
made some plays today too.
yeah, DeGene, Milton
DeGene,
Williams.
yep.
There's a good amount of.
I mean,
second-round
Maro Ojomo was a 7th round pick.
Pretty much every one of our linemen.
Yeah.
That's not Lane Johnson.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And Lane actually had a holding call today because he slipped.
Well, was Dickerson a 2nd-round pick?
He was a second
Yes,
round.
second
Yeah,
round.
so that's another one. So it's amazing. It's amazing. That's another 2nd-round pick. That's
Dickerson 2nd rounder, Milata 6th, I think.
yeah,
sixth rounder,
Milano,
And-
He was playing rugby. They're like, dude, maybe this guy's blocking the sun. Maybe we can do something with him. I mean,
There's
like,
another guy. So he wants us to draft this other rugby guy. Did you see that?
I'm sure.
Milata is pulling for us to draft this other guy that's a rugby guy.
Is he an offensive lineman?
Apparently, they're going to make him an offensive lineman.
Then
Yeah.
I would draft him, sure.
I agree. Exactly.
As long as Stoutland's around, like I almost want Lane. I need Lane's replacement before Lane's gone and Stoutland's gone. Right? Like I need
No, for sure.
Lane's replacement to get under Stoutland before Stoutland's gone, so I have 10 years of that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I'm right
Lane's-
with you on that, Tommy.
Lane's
because-
probably got two. Lane's still probably got another 2 great years in him, though. To be honest,
And,
For sure.
and to be honest with you, I think he needs to have 2 years because I think our cap's going to go to hell if he retires early. Because for him especially, we've kicked the can down the road so many times.
I think
We
he's
need
got
him
2
to
more.
level it out.
I mean, he was such, and he kind of got screwed. He should have been first team All Pro.
100%.
Screwed.
I don't know how he's not.
I know Penny Sewell. I know listen, Penny Sewell's a very good player, and Detroit had a great year. But Lane Johnson, he's better than him in every category.
We didn't have one offensive lineman.
Yeah, I don't need
You
to
didn't
see
have
that
one.
on the locker. They're both very good, but Lane,
Lane's been doing it for longer
Lane,
too.
Lane's
Should
I
get
mean,
out of
listen,
respect
Tommy,
too. At some
the
point.
easiest thing you can say about us is that when Lane doesn't play, we usually lose.
No,
I mean,
we do.
which is crazy.
Now I'll
It's
tell you.
right-
And,
a right
even,
tackle
and even
means
with,
that
with
much.
that whole,
Yep.
and even with that whole thing, you look at the guys we brought in as cast-offs too, like Mekhi Becton.
So
Look at
I'm
Fred
assuming
Johnson.
Eagles. Sorry, Greg. It looks like they play at 3 because it says 2 Eastern. Why would they start a game at 2:00? That might just be when coverage starts, right?
Yeah. On Sunday,
So they are doing 3 and 6 then, I guess.
3 and 6 then.
Oh, that's like a little change up.
It says 2 Eastern and Bills
6:30.
Ravens.
No, it is 2
6:30.
and 6:30. Wow.
I know. I
Weird.
just didn't know if that was when the cover was coming on.
Yeah,
air, but
2 and 6:30. That's weird.
That's a weird time.
Weird.
I
Next
guess
Sunday we play
because they're
3
trying
o'clock.
to.
That's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 and 6:30. It says for the Sunday games.
Well, then let's definitely get. And that's a weird time for the
The
Rams. Let's
Saturday
bring
games are
that West
probably
Coast.
4 and 8, I would assume.
Oh,
4:30 and
even more of a
8:15 or
reason.
whatever.
Even more of a reason.
Yeah.
All right, so Commanders go there. They play Saturday night. That's great. That's a great game at 8 o'clock. Love that. Love that Saturday night piece.
Was that Washington, Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah. 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4:15 probably KC. Let KC just dominate Houston, get that out of the way.
Yeah.
They've made it
4:30.
to the second round more than than the Sixers have. Well, at least I have a non-crumb for the week.
Okay.
That is the Philadelphia 76ers for staying.
Oh,
down
yes. Great move.
for staying down there because I read some plans today of some ideas that are proposed
Yeah,
to go on down there.
Until Greg said that, I thought it was a done deal.
And
It was as of last week.
Yep.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So this is awesome. This is awesome for everybody, for the fans, for that area too,
Yeah.
South Philly, because they're going to build it up even more and more hotels.
Yeah,
are coming.
Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about like more hotels and
food. Yeah.
food, everything, shopping, everything. They're going to put everything down there. I mean, it's going to be a one-stop shop for entertainment and it all. So, I mean, keep building it up down there. It's a great spot.
Where?
It's a great location. Down where it is now. Down, they're going to keep
South
building
Philly.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to keep building it up. There more hotels are coming. They're saying they got a whole development plan for it, but it looks like they're going to share the arena. But then I'm hearing some reports that they still don't want to share it. So there might be 2 separate arenas coming, like we talked about.
And I think part of that too hinges on their desire for a WNBA team. So they might build a basketball only arena somewhere down there and then have the 2 in there. I mean, nothing says a jam-packed stadium like WNBA.
Oh, I mean, I don't know why we didn't have one here, to be honest with you. If you're talking about all the cities that had one, you would think this would be, a better market than fucking Phoenix, but maybe not. So, but yeah, I don't know if that'd be the reason you got to go with your own arena, but yeah, I think they want their own arena for a lot of reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all your money. You're not splitting revenue with another team. So everything you rent out in that arena becomes yours. So your profit, your margin. So I get it. So build me too. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Build it the hell up down there. And fucking goddamn 100 stadiums.
They want to build like a fucking esports stadium to watch people play fucking video games, which is mind blowing to me.
No, just make that the Wells Fargo. And then build 2 more.
That was before COVID. I haven't heard anything new on that.
No, I think that went out of town. That wave went away after COVID.
Yeah.
Like to sit at home watching somebody else play video games is like, okay, I'm cool now.
Apparently, it's still huge.
No, it's still huge.
I just
don't
don't
know
huge,
that.
but apparently it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is huge.
I don't know. I'm not gonna
People making
do this
millions
tonight.
playing video games on Twitch. It's crazy.
Yes,
Yeah, I have
they
no
are.
idea how that's a thing.
It's
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
It's mind blowing.
I'm out here wasting all this energy on shows every week. I could have just been fucking playing a franchise mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could have been fucking franchise mode. Whatever.
Loading trucks like a sucker. Should just be playing fucking video games.
Yep. You're a moron too, right?
Yep.
2 fucking morons right here.
Never claimed to be smart.
Nope. I'm over here fucking picking up balls like I'm in the kids' playroom all goddamn day, and I could have just been on Twitch.
Yep.
Ah.
Cruel world we live in.
Yeah, get your crumbs out, guys. You guys are going over my ETA now, or not ETA, but now it's on you.
I mean, my crumbs, Joel. I can't. I don't know. Get it the fuck on the court. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm so done. I kind of want. I want them to trade him, and then they're not going.
Can't yet. They can't.
I know. I'm just so done with his face. I can't believe how much I hate him now. Like he's really become a hate the face guy for me. I just can't
fall
stand
for grace. Fall from
I
grace.
can't stand him.
Yeah. Nobody likes him. I mean, not that I got the not that I'm out in the streets, right, polling the people, but from what I see, like from groups, from being on the air, from talking to friends, right? Nobody does. Like the biggest supporters of him, like myself, don't like him anymore. Yeah. Like I've had enough. And and I had enough last year. Like I would have traded him after last postseason, but nobody was on board with me.
Well, 2 weeks ago we were like a little bit of a run kind of, Tommy. Looked like we were playing well, and he was talking about, maybe I'll play him back to backs, and now he's just not playing for a week again. Like, what is happening?
We had such a potentially easy week ahead of us.
And we had momentum. Like we had some momentum going our way. Like
winning 5 of the last 6 or stuff like that, right? Yeah.
We just felt like we were closer.
And now we're just 1 and 3 week, and we're on the road again. Like, great. What are we, 15 and 22? Is that we are?
Yeah, and now you're 5. Sorry, yeah, now you're 5 games back from the 6th seed. When going into all this, right? You were
3.5, right?
Yeah, you were 3. The last time we talked, we were 3. So we've lost 2 things, and
we thought we had a good week coming. Yeah.
And this is the problem. He is the most frustrating Philly athlete ever because he arguably is the best player we've seen. He's the best overall player that can get his fingerprints all over a game we've seen here if he was just healthy.
I just don't understand how he
his whole career.
He can be like 30 and 14, and then he doesn't play for a week. It's like what happened?
Because that's how good he is, even when his body's broken down.
Well, I don't even mean that. Like, that's crazy. Is he just done? Like, is he just never going to be fully healthy ever again?
I have no idea. I'm not here to wait for
it. No, either am I.
Right? I mean, I'm not here to be the guy to be like, well, let me find out. Nope, because I'll just go get back a haul.
And I love Maxey. I love Maxey. I fucking hate Paul George. I've always hated Paul George. I love Maxey.
He's got a lot of room to grow too. He's not a carrier yet. He's not ready for that.
Sure.
He's not ready for it yet. And I
just like the way he goes to the hole.
No, me too. I love everything about his game. I'm just saying, he's not ready to be the main piece to win. So you got to go. You got to go. It's a shame that you lose Springer, like you do. McCain. Sorry, it sucks that you lose McCain because that gave you some hope with some younger guys too this year to see get better. But you got to just get as much back as you can get back now. We're not going to get the same haul we probably would have even got last year, right? Obviously, the price is going to go down.
No, I mean, how can anybody give you anything for him? He doesn't play.
But you're gonna get, if you do it, you'll get enough. But
I don't for sure, yeah.
But listen, man, just play. So now you got to play tougher teams, and part of it is I almost feel like they think they can. Maybe they don't think they can, or maybe But it seems like to me like you think you can beat these shittier teams. So it's almost like we'll load manage this week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll load manage this week because these are games we should win.
No, we need to win every game.
Well, you aren't good enough to do that, though.
Yeah.
Even with Maxey and George, I thought they were good enough to do that, but they obviously aren't because with no Drummond, they have no size. Yeah. That's the problem. They aren't good enough to beat these teams, but they're getting out rebounded every night.
Yeah, what's it called? Can't rebound. As much as I kind of like his game, Yabusele just can't rebound.
No, he can't rebound. And then you got Paul George running the 5. Like, I'm not defending Paul George's comments. I'm saying, you got Paul George running the 5. We're not going to be good enough. We're not going to be good enough with him running your 5, and he's going to foul out because he's not big enough to fucking play the 5, dude. Against a guy who's fucking 7 foot or 6'11". It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid, but they don't have a choice because they have no Embiid and no Drummond. That's why everybody's been talking about, they need another guard.
For some reason, we have these extra guards on the team that there's no reason to have, like Kyle Lowry. Take him behind the fucking barn and shoot him already. I can't watch Lowry play anymore.
That's what everybody talking about. Oh, they need another ball handler. No, they need a big man, dude. They need somebody,
absolutely. They need a big man.
They need anybody with size. Like they're not even willing to play the young kid because he's just so not ready to play yet.
Yeah.
Like they're just not willing for it. They're willing to do it because he's not even that big. He's like 6'10".
I was gonna say he's only about 6'10", right? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's thin. So it's like he's not even ready to play yet. So they don't have any other options, and that's why they're losing these games. Honestly, it's because of no Joel. Like this is where you need Joel because you have no Drummond. Like this is where you got to be a man and say a little foot sprain, dude. Like come on, a little foot sprain. Like we can't tape that up and go. Like are they not letting him tape it up and go? Like this is why I'm done with him. Like at some point, put your foot down and say, I got to go play. We got to win games.
Yeah.
Like I don't got to play in every game this week, but you should have played in 2 of them. Shit, you could have played
in every one. There's no back-to-back. Get on the court.
I'm just saying you could have played Wednesday and Sunday.
Imagine paying the money. Imagine. I don't have any kids, but like Tommy, imagine you took Cass. You had tickets to take Cass to a game this week. Home game, you're thinking, no back-to-backs. We're going to see Joel. He don't even play. Yep. And the tickets are outrageous. Everything's outrageous.
Still outrageous.
Hold on. I'm going to answer your question because it's a great one. Okay. I've looked, right? I've looked to take them, right? And then every time I would go to order it, I say, what are you doing, dude? Like, you're not going to, you're not getting, he's not going to care about their best product, but I fucking care about their best product. Like, he don't care. It ain't about him as a 4-year-old, right? And yeah, a 10-year-old, yes, right? But as a 4-year-old, no, I care about the product too. But you're right. The price you're paying to go see him, and he's not playing.
And he's not playing. Exactly.
And there is no him.
And the price is outrageous.
The prices are absurd. And my point to you is, I get play all week, Wills, but I'm saying, okay, you're dealing with something. You can't man up and play twice out of the 4 games. Come on, dude. You can't play Wednesday and Sunday. That's where I had enough of you. That's where I don't even want to see your fucking face play. I'm not even going to be like, oh, great night from Joel tonight in our group message. Like, you won't hear that from you. They go win 15 in a row. You might hear it from me. But, like,
well, they're not going to win 15 in a row because you're not going to play 15 in a row fucking games.
So for the foreseeable future, you're not going to hear this from me because I've had enough, like, officially again. Right? I've had this enough a lot. But officially, again, I've had enough because you can't strap it on for 2 games. You can't man up. Jesus Christ, dude. I got a fucking torn meniscus. I fucking walk around like I'm walking an Olympic fucking goddamn. I'm walking around my day, walking around a fucking building. I'm doing, you would think I'm walking the Olympic fucking, the fast walk. I don't know what it's called. Speed walk? A little speed walking. Like I'm fucking flying around and this fucking guy can't show up.
Especially since the way we started. We started like 13-4, 14-4, and then he's feeling some body stuff and he's banged up.
Take some time, man.
We're trying to land the plane. Go ahead, man. Absolutely, buddy. We'll tip our cap to you. You didn't even play from the jump, right? You came out talking about the organization saying you're not playing back-to-backs. Or they didn't say that, then you said it, and now you got your own doctors. Like we're on there, man. We're like we're tired of it, man. We're tired of it. All right, and it's a freaking joke. It's a joke.
It's the same thing every year. It's crazy, and it's only gotten worse.
Yeah, I mean this year's been the worst.
And it's sad because this is this roster.
And he's not getting younger. It's not like he's going to all of a sudden he's going to be healthy all of a sudden.
Well, we saw it too. This is what's sad. We saw it too because in that Boston game, this roster assembled around him is good enough to win games. Like they're good enough to be good. How good? You never know, right? I don't got the crystal ball to that, but like on paper, they're good enough. And the thing holding them back again is guess who?
Yep.
Guess who?
And now, but to that point, that game now means nothing because like of this week and
that game hasn't been anything in a while. Yeah,
but I'm saying like the excitement.
It means to my argument of what they could be if this pussy just played.
Yeah,
we everything goes away.
We can't even win 2 in a row, let alone 5 in a row. I mean, 5-game win streak would be nice. They're fun. You know what I mean? Like we can't even win 2 in a row. Like I'm happy if we win 1 game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Real quick, Jalen Hurts 8 touchdowns, 0 picks in his last 7 games, including playoffs. So, not turning the football over, going back to the.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. Obviously,
12
we want him to throw the ball a lot better than they did tonight, but no turnovers is always great. Don't turn the ball over. We should be in good shape to win.
We should be in a spot. We should have an opportunity.
Yep.
Right, but back to Joe. He's a pussy. I'm done with the Sixers. Great Crumb, Wells. Great Crumb.
The Sixers are they're dead to me.
They play tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Play tomorrow night, trying to watch them. Just kidding. I'm out.
Yeah.
Didn't even turn them on tonight until the last 4 minutes. Saw PG at a 3, foul out, and I said, yep, I'm bored of the 5-2.
Now, speaking of hate the face guy, in light of Notre Dame being in the national championship, Brian Kelly for me in a parting interview in 2022, when he left, he said, I need to be in an environment where I have resources to win a national championship. Notre Dame's now in the championship game, and LSU hasn't made the college football playoffs.
Love it
under his watch. All right. The
only thing Notre Dame related, I'll get on board with.
Dude's been stealing money for a long time, and hoping somebody figures it out sooner or later.
Yeah,
it's a great one. It's a great one.
But Marcus Freeman, and then an anti-Crumb is Marcus Freeman. We know how likable he is, and what a great coach. A hot commodity he is. But just talk about what a class act, what a better human he is.
Character.
She beat that reporter and whoever was in her ear tried to bait him, and Marcus wouldn't take the bait. Right? And
his answer was perfect.
And he answered. It was a classy, and what an answer! What a tremendous answer!
It was his answer all week.
I hope everybody gets the opportunity to coach and do what I do. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was his answer all week, and it was perfect. Right? Every time they tried to bait him, it was his answer. And I hate that he's at Notre Dame because I want to like the guy. Right? Like, I hope he gets hired somewhere else. I hope he goes somewhere else so I can like the guy, because you're right, Sweeps. He's an absolute awesome dude, and he's a great coach, obviously. I can't like him.
You might be in trouble there, Greggy. This smells like a long-term deal's coming his way.
Well, that's good. They won't be back here.
Okay. I think they have a very good shot to be back alive.
Well, yeah, they keep playing cupcake schedules. They'll be back.
I disagree.
Just wanting to play off, Craig. When you knock it off, I know they're not in the conference. I get it. I know where the anger is. I'm with you. They just wanted to play. They went and beat Georgia.
They don't play. They don't play that every week, though.
They just went to beat. They went and knocked off the SEC.
They beat 7 teams.
All my Penn State
they beat 7 ranked teams.
Notre Dame stunk. And I said, I hear it.
But hold on.
But they beat you. So that's
Greg,
it.
They did beat us. They did beat us because our quarterback played like shit.
It doesn't matter.
They beat 7 ranked teams this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I understand some years where they get the cupcake schedule. I'm right on board with you. But this specific year, they beat 7 ranked teams.
I mean, they basically played the Big Ten.
Now, if you want to tell me they're going to have trouble coming back here because of their requirements to go to school there, different conversation, Greg. But if you're going to tell me you're going to have trouble coming back here because of a cupcake schedule, whatever, it doesn't fly with me this year because they beat 7 ranked teams.
I will say they did find a loophole. They get to keep all their money in these bowls.
Yeah, $20 million.
So they
really
well done on them to find a loophole.
Yeah, if Ohio State wins, they got to split it with all these Big Ten guys.
Yeah, you got to split them all.
I just don't understand how you find such smart talent all the time. Like, it's hard to find. It's hard to find talent. But then when you got to go find like really smart talent, like obviously recruiting in Alabama and recruiting in Notre Dame are different. Even at
they can all get paid now.
Not anymore now that everyone's getting paid.
I was going to say they can all get paid now, so that helps.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But you still need a guy with the GPA to get in your school, right? I mean,
I don't even think that's really a requirement anymore. They're only 1 year. So
I was going to say the fact that they just keep transferring. How many of these guys are actually going to class?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm talking about Notre Dame. You would think like they even get
in
there.
Yeah. Listen, they have to have good grades, but they slide these guys through. They get them tutored.
Yeah, I would think. I'm just asking you guys a question. You think a slide still happens?
On paper, there's definitely an academic standard there. Absolutely.
Yeah. I just wonder if they keep it for everybody. You know what I mean? I wonder if that's across.
I think they.
I don't feel like I hear a lot of NIL deals with their guys. I'm sure there is. I feel like I haven't heard it. I feel like I haven't heard it.
No, they get paid. They're getting paid.
They're playing for free, and they're eating humble. I know that. I'm not hearing anything. You know what I mean? I hear it all over the SEC. Cars, Lamborghinis, $8 million. Yeah. I just don't hear it at Notre Dame.
Get $20 million. They're definitely going to get paid soon.
I guess they're just TikToking. I don't know. They must. They must pay through. Maybe they pay through their donors in different ways, right? Yeah. Like I don't know. Everybody's, I guess, different, but Yeah, I'm sure they slide guys through like, hey, we really want this guy. He's a 3.5. You know, he's not a 4.0. You know, well, you know, okay, doesn't slide him in. He's a 4.0 now. You know, I mean, I just ask you guys. You know, I'm just curious. I get curious about that kind of stuff all the time. Well, there's no way there's this many smart, talented guys like that smart. You know what I mean? No fucking way. No, you know what I mean? Georgia can just take whoever they want. It's a state school, essentially. It isn't, but it still is. It's not Georgia State, but it's University of Georgia. Yeah. 3.0, you're good. You know, 2.5.
2.5, you're probably good.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2.5. We can get you in.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a 2. We'll get you a tutor and a lot of money. It's fine.
And for the one that do go to class and graduate early, they don't have to do anything.
That's why I'm giving more credit to the Coach Freeman here, because you know, to do that with there obviously he is fighting some restrictions academic wise because they do have such a big standard, right? So you're always going to have a little bit. Doesn't mean you don't slide some guys through, but it says the more of your recruiting and your development of players, and you know, whatever.
Yeah, like we said, we said all along, we don't know
because their recruit in was a Duke guy.
Yeah, we don't have the rule
You know
books. I mean, I know you guys have more information than me, but I don't really care about the other stuff. But I mean, I'm sure it's a wild west. We know that. So I'm sure there's other loopholes. You know what I mean? But when you're talking about, if you're just talking about straight up freshmen coming in, you got to have SATs, and Notre Dame, you got to have the GPA. Now I don't know.
They're getting rid of them. They're getting rid of all those requirements.
I'm sure they want to be hogs too.
What a time to go to school.
Yeah, like you literally don't need really school anymore. Like it's gonna be really soon where these kids aren't even going to school.
I mean,
and they might already be there.
They did just pass a thing in New Jersey. Our great governor passed a thing that you don't have to pass a proficiency test to become a teacher.
To become a teacher, yeah.
So that's great.
That's smart. Yeah.
Because the teachers don't need to be smart.
No, I'll just homeschool my kid. Like that makes sense. You know what I mean? I'll just live on a fucking farm and homeschool and grow my own goddamn food and you know, work the farm.
Farm.
Because it's the life you got to live now.
Yeah.
You can't rely on anybody to do anything. You know what I mean? Can't rely on anybody to do their fucking job. Like, oh, we're going to hire people that are non-educated to do a job where we're teaching. Like, make it make sense, please. Like, some things are just like, I always say, if I can sit on my couch and say, what the fuck are you talking about? We got a problem. You know what I mean?
You do that a lot right now.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yep.
One more? Greg, you got one of you?
We got one more. Yep.
Yeah.
Storage Wars. Yep.
Hey, dynamite.
Yep.
Scary out there, though.
Those random marathons.
It's scary out there.
Guys, it's scary out there. I'm gonna give some people some life advice real quick on our way out of here. Right? You know, just really make sure we go over our number.
Yeah, 52
okay,
minutes.
Really hit our fucking quota. Really hit our fucking quota tonight. Okay, is that I'm a homeowner. I'm gonna tell you right now, what I'm watching go on right now. I almost want to know how much I can get. How much you want to give me? How much somebody willing to give me? I'll go rent. I'll go fucking rent for $2,500 a month. I don't give a fuck. I'm paying close to it now. You know what I mean? I'll go fucking rent. I'll go rent. Because something like that happens. Something like that happens. You ain't in that kind of disaster. You ain't getting your home built anytime soon. You ain't getting the coverage you're supposed to get. You're not getting all those types of things.
All their
coverage
was just dropped.
Yeah. I watched that happen out there. I'm not talking about in general.
That's right.
When a natural disaster, it's hard.
Allstate should have been our Crumb.
Yeah, Allstate, any insurance company.
I didn't give one. You want to see the irony? You want to hear the irony?
Hold on, Greg. I didn't give one.
Yeah, they moved it.
They moved the game to the State Farm Arena. State Farm is one of the companies that just dropped a ton of their coverage.
Yep. So knowing all that stuff and seeing it unfold in front of our eyes made me think today, like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I almost want to just dabble with how much can I get. I saw a house going by us sweeps for $4 something. I said, "Oh my God!" It looked like both our grandmothers lived there, right?
Tommy,
grandmother's.
There is a fucking shed.
400. I said, "Oh my God!" I might get 550. I might get $550. I'll walk around with $300K in my goddamn pocket. I'll go rent something out. I'll go put 200. I'll go put 200 in the stocks. There's my retirement money right there.
I want to send you guys something when I get out of here. I want to send you guys something because there's a legit shed on sale in Mount Ephraim for $300K. I said, "Who is someone to go slap somebody? Who is selling this right now?"
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. But like knowing that, you're like, oh, why would I want to take a chance on that? Because I mean, goodness, we just dealt with the fires right here in Jersey. What if we had 85-mile winds?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, how's that flying? And like, I'm sure our stuff would have been like, oh, we'll get to you. We'll get back to you. We got a lot of calls right now, Tom. Got a lot of calls. And I hear we get a lot of calls. When you want to get a hold of somebody, you can't get a hold of somebody. You guys know how that goes.
Always.
When you need the insurance companies and you really need them to come through for you, right? You're going to be waiting. So it just makes me think, you know what? Take somebody else's house.
At least now, I'm not going to say. I shouldn't say this. I won't say it.
What?
I mean, no.
We're already canceled. Once we've been canceled for a decade.
I was going to say, like, at least, obviously, I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see anything burn. But the houses that are burning, these people, they have the funds that they'll be okay. I mean, these are $10 million homes. These people have a lot of money in the Pacific Palisades. Like if that's one of us, where your house burns down, how are you going to pay for a hotel for a month? Where are you going to get the money? Like,
well, not everybody, and not everybody has it though out there.
Oh no, I agree. Like, I feel really bad for the normal.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, if you got $20 million,
people that aren't living in the Hollywood Hills in $20 million.
I always say this.
I feel bad for them.
No matter how much money you have, for a lot of these people, regardless of it, it's the memories that you made in those homes.
Of course,
that's
number one.
It's your kid's school. It's you just had Christmas under a tree in your house, and now your house is burned to the ground. Like it. So yeah, you have the money to go. Be able to go get a hotel
to survive, yes.
To survive,
yes.
But what's been stolen from you is a whole different level. Now, the people that you're talking about, that's where the insurance companies are real big time scumbags. Okay, because they're the people who really need you right now. There's people who may have $1 million home in Cali, but you know how that is. Everybody has $1 million home in Cali, like everybody does. You're not paying for a home that isn't $1 million home in California. So that's just the nature of the beast.
That's even a loophole. It's unimaginable that that's a freaking loophole. Like they can drop you at any point. If you pay your bill, you pay your bill. You never missed a bill. You never did anything. You're a model client, and they're like, you know what? Yeah, I feel like a wildfires do. You know what I mean? And we're just going to shut you. We're going to cancel. That's fucking insane to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, and
it's all because they couldn't cover it again.
And we want to talk about the fire hydrants, and we want to talk about everything else bad that's going on.
Oh, there's so much stuff. LA County didn't handle that very well. Let's just put it that way.
No, we'll just leave that there, right? Because we're not going to do this tonight. We'll be trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, we didn't. I mean, we didn't come up with it. I mean, but it's a legit meme. 72 genders and no fire hydrants. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
That's
and the only thing I won't say. The only thing I won't say, and I don't know if I should even say this, but I won't say is like, I don't play that like, well, that's who you voted for, because not everybody voted for those people. And even if you voted for those people, you don't deserve that.
No, and no one should lose their home to a fire.
Nobody deserves to lose your home to a fire because of who you voted for. Let's not turn into that kind of country, is my point of that. Not that anybody here said that, right?
Keith Olbermann?
Yeah, like, don't be a scumbag. Like, don't say scumbag.
Keith Olbermann is a scumbag.
He is a scumbag. You know what I mean? So just don't be a scumbag. Don't say stupid shit, right? Like, have a feel. But Eddie, thanks for joining us, brother. Yeah, Casey, what do you want me to keep them? What do you want me to keep them? Don't you fucking start 3D print. All right.
I mean, he's not. At this point, I'd take the Doritos. The Doritos are delicious.
They are delicious. What flavor we got? I'm a Cool Ranch or Nacho.
I don't care what flavor, Greg. Just give me any bag.
But I'm not going to eat the spicy nacho or the other weird flavors they're coming up with.
I'm not looking for the spicy nacho, but I'll eat it. I'll eat it because I know what I'm getting with Joe.
Which ones don't you like, Greg?
Huh?
What ones don't you like is the question.
Everything but Nacho and Cool Ranch.
Oh,
so the only two originals, that's the only ones you like?
Yeah.
What?
Are we doing this now at 2 hours?
No, I'm saying some of the other ones are great. A couple of them are sweet, spicy, whatever it's called is great.
Yeah.
Spicy nacho is great.
Spicy nacho is spectacular. The one that's like sweet and spicy salsa or something, also good. I forget what it's called. Also good.
Chili.
Greg just
yeah, that one's good.
Greg just refuses to ever spin her around. You know what I mean? We always talk about missionary. Greg loves neutral. Greg loves neutral.
I like what I like.
I like eye contact. He likes eye contact. That's, I mean, I like to look at the back of the neck sometimes.
Greg likes to be right here. He's right. Is he liking it? Oh, okay, D, you're the smartest guy in the country. You know, you're the smartest Sixers fan in the country. That's all I can say.
Sixers fucking stink.
Yeah, they do.
It's embarrassing how bad
we
they
love
stink.
you all. We'll see you Wednesday night, too. We'll know exactly who we're playing. But either way, Eagles are going to advance next week, too, and we'll be talking about an NFC title game, baby. And just give us an opportunity.
I mean, I love the fact that we're playing a team that's going to be, on a short week. Love that.
It's a win.
Yeah, love that.
You can start your preparation tomorrow night.
Yeah, love it.
You advantage to watch them.
NFL never ceases to amaze you. All for a buck, right? All for a buck. You need a Monday night game. You couldn't go 3 games, right? You know what I mean? Like, NFL's incredible.
Yeah, I have no idea why they couldn't do 3 and 3.
Like, just give the Monday night broadcast on Saturday night. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't need to go to Prime or go to Prime anyway. Like, it's just a joke. Anyway, let's get out of here.
All right. Great show, everybody. Fly, Eagles, fly. We love you.
Yeah, I can hear you guys, but it's like an old Bruce Lee movie. I can't. There's nothing. No, there's nothing coming.
No, he's here. Well,
I can hear you guys, but I can't. It's like
no, he got you. He's getting.
I tried to keep them out.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week. We're out.